Yeah,
Like,
but we still have to get information.
But I'm also paralyzed, so.
Sure, I can drag you over and put a knife in your hand. Direct you to the fingernails. Or you don't even need a knife, you can just stick your finger in his stumps.
No. That is a
Oh, what's wrong, Chili? Is that too far?
Yeah.
Is that too much? Is that not proportionate? Is that overkill? Maybe you should, take stock before you go telling me to do certain things.
Do I want to know?
No, you don't.
Out of curiosity,
Yeah.
well, if you're not gonna if you're not gonna use them in the end, what was the cavalry?
The cavalry, yeah, it was the Paragon that I told you.
Paragon?
It was the
I
Paragon.
don't remember about this.
Yeah, it was the guy in white that you saw in Dyrrakia.
Right.
He was
Oh,
flanked with a
yeah.
bunch of bannermen and all that.
Well, I'm sure you can use them somewhere else.
I could use them pretty much anytime you guys are threatened to die. It's not like they're the elite of the elite. It's not like they don't know what's going on around here. Who knows how long they've been watching Huisdean MacMethod and suddenly decided now's a good time to act.
I hope they don't object to, torture and whatnot.
Well, they never showed up, so we'll never know.
Well, it doesn't matter. He's a bad hombre anyway.
Mal hombre.
Why don't you Urban Dictionary something for me?
No, Sinai, don't do that.
You really should, though. It'll make your day really happy.
Okay.
No,
What's
Sinai.
my
It will not do
Urban
that.
Dictionary?
I'm telling you, you're about to do a bad idea.
It's an Alaskan pipeline.
Whatever.
What?
I'm done.
Alaskan pipeline. Alaskan?
The act of pooping in a condom,
Don't
freezing the
read
rubber
it!
overnight, and inserting it into one's anus.
What I came back to? Yeah, let's see.
Andy,
Thanks for coming.
hey Brian, wanna come give me an Alaskan pipeline? You know I can't do that again. Dad'll spank us. Aw shucks, Brian. You know how much I love those. I know, Andy dear. I know. Andy, a man who's amazing in bed, great hair, and a smile that makes you melt. He's amazing all around.
We could have been watching Grey's Anatomy, but we came back to this.
That's wwhy you guys were busy. My bad. Sorry about that.
We weren't even watching.
They were practicing Grey's Anatomy.
I've really
what they
been.
were
Mm.
doing.
Yeah, she cut me open with this.
That's not what Grey's Anatomy is about, though.
I'm on like the 8th episode of the first season. So far, it's
No,
been medical stuff.
Grey's Anatomy is only sex, basically, with a sprinkling of false pseudo medical science.
It really is.
Yeah, I know. I've watched 8 seasons of it.
I've watched all of it twice.
Still better than The Walking Dead. That's all that matters.
The first few seasons of The Walking Dead were decent.
The first, maybe 1.5 were good, but then they fired Frank Darabont, and then it just became drama with the occasional.
Yeah, I don't know why they ever got rid of him.
Because he wanted more money.
The 100 is even better.
They were like, "Hey, we can get a shitty director for less money. Why would we not do that?"
So dumb.
It was so you can clearly see like 20 times when it's in the middle of the day, and they just put a filter on it to make it look like it was night. Like, your characters are fucking squinting! It's a fucking day! Don't tell me that it's nighttime, because it's not!
They should have just kept him and stayed
Yep.
with the book.
A gerbil!
I love the adaptation they did with the beginning. 'Cause I read the comics, the original comics. It was really cool seeing it.
You pull a gerbil out of somebody's ass. What? Why would you
So,
show me that?
So Sinai was really looking forward.
Play
I am. I'm really looking forward to this. I was really upset when I thought nobody was gonna show. I was like almost gonna cry.
Honestly, it's probably the last time I'm gonna show because I have to pack up my computer.
Nah,
and
you're
leave.
fine.
We
You're
know,
fine.
we know. It's
Go
fine.
to uni.
That's probably more important than this.
Yeah,
I'm leaving Sunday.
It might be more
I'm leaving
important.
Monday. So.
I think it's Sunday or Saturday, one of the two.
We're gonna take a poll and see if we want to bring in somebody else or wait for failure or do something else. So.
We could always do a mini campaign while these two are getting set up in uni.
Right. It's just something to talk about for the next few days. We don't have to talk about it right now. That's all.
Do we have anybody we could bring in?
I'm sure somebody's got. There's a whole.
Jamie.
Yeah.
Do we
that'll happen.
have a wait list?
Yes, we do. Yeah, I told people. No, we don't have a wait list. There's a whole.
Okay,
there's a
just check.
Discord D&D that I can just put out an ad for, and somebody will be like, "Hey, I like this game."
Yeah, but they'll hate it because us.
Okay. So anyway,
Anyway.
it's something to take a vote on later. And you went without Tweedledee
Yes.
and Tweedledum.
Which
So,
one is D? Okay.
What? I don't care. Figure it out. You can fight for it. Whatever. Alright, I guess we've established then.
Does that establish anything?
Yes. Clear in my mind, it goes certainly. So we left off with the group that is outside of the blast zone after a confluence snapped shut.
I had to think of a metaphor for that, by the way, and I figured one out. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
I just have to. I have to explain this. All right. Think of it like this:
Uh-huh.
the universe is a person with multiple assholes,
Right.
right?
That needs
And
to
so
be.
As it is.
when a confluence snaps shut, it's like the universe farted, right? And then it kind of just blows the smell all over the place, and it's like, that didn't happen. Go on. But really, what he did is he sharted, and he's now sprayed his diarrhea all over the place, which is why things
This is the most
become weird.
long-winded, literally, explanation I've ever heard.
You're welcome. That's all. That's all that was necessary. Don't take that metaphor too far. The universe is not a person, and it doesn't have an asshole, except for hell.
It's
Please go on.
just dumb, really.
Alright, so now that we've wasted that time. Well, so Ralvin's legs are wonky. You have a tied up, I think he was unconscious.
Unconscious and naked.
Unconscious and
Oh, of course.
Huisdean MacMathan. You got Plains, you got Athen, who's completely tapped on spells, and you got Kato,
I don't even have a
who
potion
went
anymore.
down and has come back up and is probably trying to shake it off a little bit. I would imagine. You look and you can see the barrier, as it were, or the line in the grass and sand, as it were, where the force of the explosion has stopped. And enough. You look in, you see trees of different colors. You see patches of silvery green grass that weren't there a few seconds ago. See some normal vegetation, but there's clearly new, foreign, unfamiliar plants that are there. And it is, I think it's like 1 a.m. or so.
Around. Yeah.
Around. Yeah.
So, does anybody have anything to say, or would you like me to start?
So, we just got done with that. I've been controlled for God knows how long. Ralgam fucked up, drank 4 potions. Kato's nearly dead. I'm out of spells. What else could go wrong? Spirits, tell me what's up.
Okay, so I'm only half dead.
Big distinction there.
I can't wait
Very
for like one of my spirits to just like yell at me and just
There-
scream.
I just need to sleep and we're good.
They're fearful and angry. They want
Oh,
like always.
nothing to do with anywhere that the Silver Scepter Shillelagh is, and they definitely avoid those deep red gems that you had in your hand now that it's gone. But they are more disturbed than usual. Yet it seems like there's fewer of them than there normally are right now.
Yeah. Let me just.
They swirl faster and cry out with lengthy lamentation.
How do you spell that guy's name who we captured?
Huisdean.
Oh, oops, I forgot an E. Dennis will turn to the party and say that maybe they should get some rest.
There were some dots in there, but I guess they removed it.
Where?
Yeah. Themis will turn to the party and just be like, well, pat Raugum on the head and just be like, maybe you guys should get some rest. I have some questions for Mr. McMathen here, but the potion it'll take to wake him's gonna take a couple hours anyway. I can sit up and watch. I seem to be in the best condition to do so.
Oh, you took a picture.
So I guess we could take a short rest.
You can take a short rest. He'll probably come to consciousness on his own in a few hours. You probably don't have to worry about a potion unless you want to.
I mean, it's already brewing. I already
Okay.
started the process.
Which
so-
is when somebody's stabilized, they usually come up with 1 hit point in like 2 or 3 hours. It's a general mechanic.
Okay. So,
So,
short rest and
yes.
with Themis on watch.
all right. The party takes a moment to gather their bearings and sit down for 45 minutes, maybe an hour. Regain some composure. Take stock of the situation. You're welcome to use hit dice. Raugum, your legs will return to normal by the end of that time.
I
Fully
figured
under your own control.
I have.
When do you said it's 60 minutes?
Yeah, it's like a short rest is like maybe an hour. You can probably do 30 if you really wanted to, but you have the
Oh.
time, so why not?
We're all level 5, right?
Yes.
I'm not- Okay. Just trying to find my hit dice.
Yeah, mine.
3, 8, 10 more hit points for 30 minutes.
R5D10. Those are nice rolls.
What?
Whoops.
Well, like I said, that's 30.
Sorry, I'm multitasking at the moment.
Do it.
Holy shit, Kato with the 2 nat 8s to start off the session.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about her. She rolls too high all the time.
I mean, she has a plus
Just
7
luck.
in
That
anything
doesn't explain
related
the
to
max
dexterity.
the numbers on dice, though, does it?
It's just
True.
luck, I swear.
Chili, you know you can just do like 5D.
You're gonna have to download it.
Chili, you are so precious. One at a time, Sina. Don't rush her. It's a process.
It's a process.
Yeah, I have to do all 5 of my dice one at a time. It's the only way to get the best results. Like a 3.
Probably.
Wait,
You know what? Fair enough.
wait, what? No, that was just my ring of regen.
Ah.
Yeah.
Rarely a normal person.
So wait, what's everybody else rolling for?
Hit dice.
Wait, I've heard
Uh,
insults, but I haven't heard anywhere else. Only
that what that?
people like saying they'll. Come
So
to my house just
if you Yeah, I
just-
guess, yeah.
I just hit the hit dice thing.
There you go.
So I get
But
15
that
health points back?
doesn't seem right, because that's a 1d4.
D4? What?
Why is mine D12 plus 3?
Hello.
Anyway. I guess everybody's healed up?
Playing Elder Scrolls Online now.
Oh, at least a little bit. You're probably not all gonna get maxed out with that.
I got maxed out.
Oh,
No,
did
I'm
you
almost
now?
maxed
Alright,
out.
alright, I remember this.
I only have 44 out of 55, so.
Oh, boo-hoo. I have 45 out of 45.
I know they'll miss me.
You have my max health as your 3/4 health, okay? Let's not.
It's nothing to complain about.
I have
Exactly.
32 out of 33.
You
So, like-
complainer.
I was talking to the game designer about our team comp. He's like, you guys need CC and healing. And I was like, yes, that is accurate.
That is accurate, yes.
Nobody wants to do it. Everybody wants to run around with rapiers.
I'm alive.
and
I'm
Be
back. What's
pseudo
up?
elegant.
You're rolling hit dice.
Wait, oh, okay. Hold on. Let me check my hit dice.
Oh, at least 1 hour long. Never mind.
Just hit
Mine's
the.
5d10.
One or more
Well,
hit
just
dice
hit
at
the
end of
dis-
a short
hit die
rest.
button.
Up to the character's maximum number
Hold
of
on.
hit dice. Level.
There we go.
What? Just hit the hit die button. What are you doing?
Dang. Nice.
What? How?
5d10. Because I have 5d10 hit dice.
You don't have to use all of them right now, right?
No,
I don't
You can use as many
know
as
what
you
I'm
want.
supposed to be doing.
What-
I'm just. These are my hit dice.
You're healing
I'm
up
rolling.
before torturing a man.
Correct.
Where's the confusion?
Oh, okay, okay.
10.
Let me go back then and only use
Oh!
like 3 of these.
3, 6, 9.
2, 5, 3. That'll be 10 health. I'll just gain 10 health.
I see how I get 12 now.
I'll save
Okay, I get it.
2 of my hit dice, I guess.
And then
Yeah.
you'll regain half of those hit dice on a long rest.
Wait, you only regain half on a long rest? What?
Yeah.
Page
Oh,
186.
okay.
Round it up or round it down?
Probably up. Check.
So, did we short or long rest then?
We did a short rest.
So I'm getting like 5 hit points?
We're getting 10.
I thought we were only getting half of that.
No, you get half of
No.
it back.
Like,
After
your
the-
hit dice is like spell slots, basically, where you can spend them to heal up, and then when you take a long rest, you regain some, right? So you have a maximum of 5 hit dice, and you just use them all to heal, and then when you take a long rest, you'll get 3 back. You can
Alright.
use to heal on another short rest.
Ah,
Um,
okay.
I'm gonna use 3 of these hit dice. So I'm gonna have 2 left. And I'll wait for that rest,
So the
alright?
maximum is 5.
Yeah.
The maximum is whatever your class sheet says.
Mine
It's,
says
it's 1 hit dice per
five.
level. Yes, so it would be
Yeah.
5 right now. I don't know whatever how many
Okay.
sides you have, but
Okay.
it's 5d whatever.
Well then, why was mine 1d12 plus 3? Because mine's saying is 1d12 plus my
Because
Constitution
it's probably your
modifier.
hit points, not your hit.
No, I literally hit the hit dice button on my roll 20.
Gotta hit you with a shillelagh.
Rolling 1d12
Huh?
plus 3 Constitution equals 10 plus 3.
Yeah, you add the character's Constitution mod to your hit dice.
Well,
Good. Oh well,
I-
doesn't
I-
matter.
That way you don't
Okay,
have to blow all of them at once.
This is like the first short rest we've ever taken, guys. I don't think we
Yeah.
need to worry about hit dice.
Sure. Let's go with that. It's okay. It's
yeah.
the first
So
session.
I was like, what the hell?
It's true. We haven't really done short rests. We haven't really had a need for them.
Definitely took short rests in your dungeon crawl.
Oh right, that's true.
Oh,
My
I
bad.
just assumed
At the
we
very
healed.
least.
I just
My bad.
assumed we healed.
Alright, so you take a short rest. It's hour-ish and some change. You get your hit point, whatever hit points back. You are Robin gets his legs back. You are left with an unconscious prisoner and slightly Slightly improved stats.
Uh,
What do?
Dennis is gonna look around and say, "Oh, well, the potion's gonna take about another 45 minutes to an hour. Um, anybody got a rapier in that fight that I could swap out by any chance? No?
I do
You don't
have a
need a rapier.
rapier.
No, but did we get an extra one? Because I'm currently with a short sword, which is a 1d6.
I don't know, did we?
You want a mace?
You want a mace.
I
I will
appreciate
use
the
mace
offer,
on you.
but
But you're not getting my two-handed great axe.
Rapier's a
so...
martial weapon. You have martial proficiencies?
yes, sir.
Holy shit.
I mean, I could get you one.
Yeah. There's always that. Well, Athen took both of the rapiers off of Calcifer.
Do you want one? Here, I'll
Whether
just-
he tells you about it or not is different.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking the party, is if anybody got an extra rapier off the...
Yeah. Here, come here. I got these two off that sword dude with. He had these two rapiers. I'll hand you one to look at. You got them both, though. I don't really
To
care.
look at.
This is an
Just
adequate
probably gonna
weapon.
sell 'em.
That's a low.
Better than the
That's
short
a
sword,
loner.
anyway. I'll hand the short sword to Athens and say, well, I'll make it up with a potion or two. How about that? And give him a little wink. Slide the rapier into my belt. Much obliged.
Yeah, I'll look at the rapier I have remaining and be like, I'm gonna melt this. I always wanted some scrap iron to make a cup with.
Piercing.
Damn.
Rapier is piercing damage, correct? Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Killing with the point is artistic. So
4.
everybody knows that.
It does 1d8 plus 4 damage.
Oh no, that's plus
Well, it's
5
different.
for me.
Oh, Jin doesn't know that letter, so
That letter.
that letter.
Yes. English. Correct.
I've never spoken the English in my life, so you have to cut me some slack.
You're Mexican.
Well,
Espanol? Yes, taco. Tortilla. I'm bilingual, yes.
well,
I speak
let's look at the
love.
party. And, say that if they want to go back to the blast zone and see if there's anything of value that has appeared. He has heard of some reagents sometimes appearing in events such as these. Interesting things, anything special, or maybe the bodies are still there and there's some stuff they can recover. But we're gonna be here a little while, and he's gonna start pulling out his bag and taking out syringes and 2 very interesting looking potions.
Why are they interesting looking? What do they look like?
They will be almost misty white with like a silver sheen to them.
Is that?
Like bottled
That isn't the
cloud?
liquid I'm thinking of.
Not like bottled clouds, like
Hmm.
think Felix Felicis from Harry Potter. Kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
silvery.
I wish I knew what that was.
The potion of luck. This is like the 6th movie where he just kind of has like a really good day.
He hasn't seen Harry Potter.
You haven't watched Harry Potter? Okay,
Uh,
moving on.
Yeah.
Honestly, from a lot of what I see, it seems overrated.
The movies are definitely overrated. The books are pretty good though.
I'd like to read the books. The book seems great.
He's a
Anyway.
kind of guy.
Until the point where J.K. Rowling
Children.
went fucking insane.
You guys can go explore the clearing. Bevis is filling up some syringes and like fucking around with some potions and looking very angrily at Mr. Huisdean here.
I'm gonna take a moment. I'm gonna clean my blades. Gonna calm myself down and get like in a prayer stance. Close my eyes and talk to my spirits.
Oh.
That's 2 down, 2 to go. Meaning the other 2 people who haven't decided what they're going to do. That's why I said the other two. There you go.
I don't know.
Oh, well,
I
that's,
probably
that
shouldn't
tracks.
steal more knives.
What?
Are we still in the clearing?
I probably should not
We're
do that.
still in the forest.
You're outside of the
Exactly.
blast zone in the forest.
Exactly.
There's a lot of different flora that's in front of you.
Exactly.
Can I like just go explore the forest? You know, for
Yes, you can go on and explore.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll join on the
And Kato will come with
exploration.
you. There you go. Alright, so top of the order. Go ahead, sign on. What do?
I was just gonna wait until the potion's done and feed it to
Alright, so that's another hour.
Mr.
Alright,
McMathen.
so Plains, you sit down. Athen sits down and meditates as quietly as he can, I suppose. Do you want to listen? Do you want to talk to them?
I like to listen to see if they have anything to say, or what they were terrified by.
They. Alright. They are terrified of the blood gems. They are terrified of the silver scepter. They are furious that Huisdean has siphoned their souls somewhere else that is not with you or with another planeswalker. Some of them are angry at you for letting it happen.
Hey, I tried, but I don't say that. I'll just.
Some are sorrowful. They think that these other parts of their kin will never be seen again. You know, who knows? But this is just where they went.
I definitely need to talk to Huisdean about this because I need him to release these spirits at some point. I'll keep that to myself for now.
Right. They don't seem to have a direct problem with the person in particular. It's a little bit of anger at the fact that he was the one holding the scepter, but they don't hate him because he's Fey. They don't hate him because of who he is per se, of his race or his gender or anything. They hate him because of his actions.
Right, as you would.
Yeah.
We don't believe in discrimination here in the Planeswalkers. We're a very, very progressive movement.
But if you're a shitty person,
God, if you're an asshole,
get
you
ready
might
to get
as well
stabbed.
we're gonna castrate you.
honestly.
Whoa.
So there are a few of them that circle over Huisdean and not try to possess him or anything, but it look like they maybe try to send him into fits while he's unconscious, maybe spasms. It's not torture. They're trying to do more than that, but that's the most that they're able to affect him. You watch as he jerks. He is clearly having a disturbed sleep, as it were. He will not be getting the benefits of a long rest. As some of you, yeah, maybe. As your spirits indirectly torture him with the intent of doing more.
Oh,
Huh, this sounds like a new skill line.
Their influence. Their influence is insufficient. So, Raugum and Kato.
I definitely remember what the poison was that I bought now. I labeled it as Wonder Cap. I labeled it as that so I could find it later.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you want to do? You want to go into the clearing? Or not the clearing, you want to go into the blast zone. There are different trees, there are patches of grass that weren't there before. There are some original flora.
Can I like investigate the flora maybe? Like
Of course.
like and look for anything odd about them or something like that. You know,
Sure.
just like
Do I guess it'll be a nature check.
Demis did tell you that there might be some valuable
Or maybe Arcana.
15.
We'll just stick with nature. Okay, so 15. So you go walking through. The patches of grass are pretty wide and prevalent. So you go walking through that. As you do, the grass sort of leans in towards you and brushes up against you more than, say, mundane grass would. It doesn't really hinder your movement or anything. It doesn't cut you, but it does just move towards you and Kato as you walk through it.
Weird.
Do you say that out loud?
Interesting. No, Kato says interesting.
Okay. Alright. Kato says interesting. You head over. There are some trees with purple leaves. There are some trees with deep red, like vermilion, with gold flecks on the leaves. There are some trees that are shaped almost like bonsai trees, where they're all shaped and going in one direction rather than branches all around one side. They just for whatever reason they picked a direction and all branched out on the left. And they lean towards the left as well. Are you going to try to harvest anything?
That would be
or are you just
interesting.
looking for low-hanging fruit, as it were?
I'd be interested in the fruit.
Okay.
Me too.
There are a few speckled, almost kind of like robin's egg, speckling of fruits that, through a combination of jumping and maybe some knife throwing, you're able to knock a few down and collect them. They're a very rich green color with some brown speckling. There's a few more that are very deep orange with it looks like flecks of
Lexio?
it's like flecks of like a turquoise appearance to them.
I said Flexio.
No.
That's a lot of damage.
Why? Did
Let's
you...
add a little more.
So you get like maybe half a dozen samples of these of the fruit with some leaves if you'd like, maybe a branch or two. You do see little fragments of metal, maybe it's armor from some of your defeated foes. Maybe it's from the other world, from the other plane of existence that it's hard to tell unless you want to investigate it. Otherwise, you can eventually circle around and come back.
Are there any animals nearby?
No, there is no
Darn.
animal life at all. There's not even any
Interesting.
animal life outside of the blasted zone, at least not for quite a distance. It was quite the noise and disturbance. It'll be hours, at the very least, until any sort of thing return. But no, there's no mundane animals. There's no fey animals. There's no
Interesting.
fauna.
Well, we got some fruit.
Yeah, it's a good start. It's the fruit.
Themis did mention there might be valuable alchemical ingredients lying around in the grass. You could try to harvest them.
Yeah.
If you wanted some extra gold to line your pockets.
Sign up.
Take
Yeah.
longer so that
Yeah.
I can torture someone without you guys getting upset about it.
Yeah. Also, bring me free alchemical components.
That too.
So could I, grab some fruit, but like, could I definitely like
Okay, fine.
look for something in the grass, like the way the sun glints in the grass or anything like that?
It's 1 a.m. in the morning. There's no sun.
Oh, okay.
There's a
Okay.
moon.
What about
There is a moon.
We
You're
did
in a
determine that
forest.
it was a full moon.
What
We
about
did
my
determine that.
Yes. Go ahead.
lantern oil? Like anything off that? Like if I
You mean your
light my
lantern light?
yeah, like my lantern plus my oil. Like if I light it, will I find anything glinting? Like in
Ah.
the area.
All right. You want to look for Something that glimmers and glints. Okay.
Tiny.
Do an investigation check.
Is Kato there? Can I have a can I have an assist?
Yeah, I'm there. I'll help you.
Oh fuck. Hey Kato.
Well.
Kato, do you notice anything?
Yeah, I see you.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I see you not looking at the ground. Why are you looking upwards? What is wrong with you?
Pretty much, yeah. Why are you looking at me? You should be
Alright, so
looking at the ground.
this takes you pretty much the rest of your yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely takes the rest of your time. You do find a cracked it's kind of like turquoise, but it's not blue, it's more green. That's set in a small gold fixture. But that's it.
I take it.
And it's pretty thoroughly cracked in the middle of it. There's no real string to hang it with either. It's gotten pretty messed up.
Okay. Can I still like look at it, like see a name or
course.
anything in the back? You know.
Right. There is no name. There is a curious, almost dwarven symbol on it, but it's not one that you're immediately familiar with.
So I'll pocket that and I'll see if somebody I know if
Okay.
I can find somebody that can like tell me a little bit more about it later in town or something.
Of course.
So
Okay. Do you want to actually harvest grass, or are you just gonna?
Do it. You won't.
I'll harvest the fruit before the grass.
Okay.
But, so small green-ish totem. Sure.
Speckled green gem amulet.
Gem.
An amulet.
Oh, I forgot I have a small totem to Mars.
Yeah, you do. You got it off of Varna
Yeah, I still gotta figure out what it does
before you
again.
killed her in cold blood.
Yep.
You murderer.
Uh-huh. You like it.
Cold blood.
I like it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's why
Blood
I
is
do
the-
this.
The
holy-
murder's the best part.
Yeah. Alright, so if there's nothing else, you can circle back around and head back to the party.
Sure.
Okay. Alright, Athen finishes up, maybe. Just in time for your potion to come off the cooker.
It's-
Raugam and Kate will probably be a little bit, or 10 or 15 minutes.
Before I leave, I'll probably just. Before I leave my meditation stance, I'm gonna grab my dagger, take it across my hand, drop a few. Put a little bit of blood on the ground, just mark a seal for later. Something that lets planeswalkers know this place has been dealt with.
Okay. You leave a blood seal or glyph or whatever you want. That'll
Just
be
like
easily
Master Jarman used to make.
I hate it when people cut their hand. It's the stupidest place to cut it, man.
Cut your arm
Hey.
or your cheek.
Any place
You know what,
that's not
fine.
going to be gripping a sword and like stretched and.
I'm going to
constricted.
take my index finger
It's
and
your-
nick the tip.
It's your choice, man. I just think it's really impractical. If that's what you want
Yeah.
to do, then do it.
Do
I'm
your
gonna take my
leg,
big
man.
toe and
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
slice the little edge.
I'm going to take a vial of blood that I keep around for just this occasion.
You know what? I'm gonna take a syringe out. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Whoa.
Hey, Themis, can I borrow
Let
a
me drop
syringe?
blood. Yo, Abe, you got a belt real quick?
You got a
Looks a lot
sanitary
like a
one?
heroin.
These aren't very sanitary. They've been dipped in all kinds of alchemical.
Ah, fuck it. I just stabbed into my
Oh, there's no germs then. That's fine.
Oh,
Give me-
jeez.
That means they're cleansed.
Yes,
Do I grow
not
a
sure
tail?
that's how alchemy works, but Whatever works
Alright,
for you.
so Athen is making his blood mark on the ground. You have your potion.
Ooh, smells nice. What's the rock cooking?
Alright. It's just a common healing potion.
So that's what the rock's been cooking.
For 30 years.
I'm gonna look at I'm gonna glance at Athens and say, I hope you don't get squeamish. And force Huisdean to chug the potion. He's still missing like both of his legs, right? At the knees. Because I kneecapped him, but I kind of went overkill.
Oh shit, are you serious about that?
I thought I was. You said he was missing his legs, so I assumed that literally.
I thought that you all were just like taking out your
Fucking
frustrations.
have
If
shit in
you
Detroit.
cut
Oh
off
my
his
god.
legs, he's gonna bleed out.
No, I stabilized him. He's
That was some medicine
tourniqueted.
shit.
He's tourniqueted. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's that easy, bro.
I
It's that
didn't.
easy.
Alright, I missed.
I thought you were being serious. If you weren't being serious, then
I was just doing what I do, which is exaggerate and make jokes. I wasn't.
well,
I didn't think you were
I
actually doing
misinterpreted that because
No, I'm not gonna
I
tell you
added
what
some.
You do. You tell me what you do. Oh, you did the subduing damage, but you got something ridiculous, right?
Yeah, I got like 62 damage.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know. I was just making fun of the fact you got 62 damage.
Okay. I thought you were like, his legs are gone. I was like, uh-oh, how's he gonna survive that shit?
It's a very likely outcome, but we'll say you stopped when he lost consciousness.
But he's got a big wound in his leg, right?
Yeah, sure. He's got great big wounds that you dressed or whatever. Who knows? Whatever. But
Cool. Alright.
Kind of like when one of you people goes unconscious, I don't continue with the second attack because that's 2 failed death saves right off the bat. Because I'm being nice, because it's like everybody's first time playing D&D. So,
Yeah.
so I'll just assume that rather than doing 62 points of damage, you just wailed on him until he went down, and then you stop. And you're like, oh, alright, that's fine. You have a little bit of presence of mind here, just a little bit.
I love that rune.
Me too.
Yes,
Good
me
burn. Okay, so he's not missing his legs. Good to know.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That takes away some torture
He's
opportunities,
so
but you know what? Not the end of the world.
Yes, yeah, that. Whew. Trying to tourniquet and stabilize somebody with no legs while getting out of the. Yeah, that would have been a mess. Alright, so you maybe force him to chug the potion. You watch as some of the wounds on his leg and other places begin to heal.
Yeah, as they begin to heal, I'm gonna
Slightly.
stick my hand into one of them.
They're not
What
going
the
to heal
fuck?
completely. They're just going to. Alright. Okay.
No, as it's healing, just
Okay.
stick my hand in there.
I'm going to audibly say, what the fuck?
Alright, Athen watches Themis stick his hand in a partially closed wound. Then gets freaked out a little bit.
Themis.
But
What the fuck?
Huisdean eventually.
I did warn you. If you're squeamish, you can walk off into the
Not
forest.
squeamish,
I'll
what
be
the
done
fuck
within
are
an
you
hour
doing?
or two.
You watch
Just
as
like-
Huisdean's
Is this what all the
eyes-
kids do now?
Yeah, just all the Eldarin.
Jesus Christ.
You watch it. Who's that? You watch as Huisden's eyes roll a little bit, almost like he's in REM sleep, and then eventually open up, and he's quiet, and he looks around, he struggles a little bit against his bonds.
Digging the fucking hand in there to get a reaction, because no. That guy can't he doesn't get to have his composure.
He grimaces and lets out a cry that I can't do in an Irish accent. Oh, you're a booger.
You're a booger.
Bugger. Not a booger.
You're a fucking bugger.
I don't want a caravan. It's
See
got
what-
fucking weirds.
I don't see what being a bugger has anything to do with me stuffing my hand into this painful looking wound, and I'll dig my hand a little deeper.
What are you doing?
Well, I thought I'd start us off with a little bit of a prologue, as it were, as to how this is gonna go. Because
Get down to business.
it's not gonna take that long, don't worry. See, I met one of your colleagues. Are they colleagues? Court mates? I don't know which. Maybe he was a friend. I never got a name from him. He killed himself before I could ask any questions, and unfortunately for you, you don't get to meet the same fate. And I'll pull out a syringe with the. We actually have to do something here. You have to tell me how much gold this is going to cost, because I didn't take it off my tally before.
For the healing potion? Or the truth serum?
Yeah, I made 2 rare truth serums, which is a DC 15.
Wisdom?
It is a... It might be with... no, Constitution.
Constitution. Alright.
How much is that going to cost me?
It's gonna be probably upwards of 100 for rare. I'll say 107.
Perfect, that gives me a round number. I love you. I'm at 250 now. Lovely. Yeah, I'll pull out a syringe and stick it right into his arm and press and push it in.
Press send.
Press
And
send.
press
Yeah.
send. Yep. Push of a button.
That's what he's definitely saying. Oh.
Wow. He makes the
No.
Constitution save. That's impressive.
Is it no effect or is it diminished?
Da, da, da. No, it just
What
says
is it?
must succeed a yeah, it's no effect.
Okay. All right. So you inject him. His eyes roll back a little bit, and then they return to their steely, angry look at you. You're not gonna get anything out of me, no matter how hard
I'm gonna.
pathetic race tries.
Okay. I'm gonna put my hand on Themis. I'm just gonna say, I might be able to help make him talk.
You don't know that it's failed yet, just so we're clear.
Just a sec. I'm gonna look at Huisdean. Say, my name is Themis. What's my name?
Jackass.
Oh well, he's got
No,
you there.
that didn't work.
He's got
All
you
right.
there.
I've got a second dose.
You're like
Um,
in that 20.
But what would your solution be, out of curiosity? Because these potions
Well-
are quite expensive, you understand.
When you learn to hunt monsters, you learn how to fight like a monster too. So I'm gonna take my dagger and I'm gonna stuff it under his nail bed on his right finger, right hand, index finger.
Damn.
Why does this only have a 2? Oh, because it's not proficiency.
And then as that's laying there, I'm gonna take my rapier and I'm gonna lay it above his nail on his big toe.
That's 2 points
the reasoning-
of damage right there.
The reasoning for no, it's not going in yet.
Oh wait,
Okay.
I'm just gonna look at Huisdean and say,
wait. Let's see how much HP he has. Just a sec.
Yeah.
2d4 plus 2.
Shit.
The healing potion gave him a 4, so
He looks like shit right now.
well, he should. I'm gonna put my arm on Athens and say, well, that's the worst case scenario, but let's try this second one, and if it doesn't work, then I guess we
You
do
may
this
throw
the
him?
hard way.
I'm gonna give a grim smile to Huisdean.
You want me to
Maybe
throw him?
Constitution
I'll
For
for
your
eat him.
sake.
I'll just eat him.
You're gonna
Eat him?
Yeet.
Oh, I thought you said eat.
I swear to God, Chili, you scared me because I thought that was a 16 for Huisdean, but it's
Eating.
not. Go ahead and have him roll another Constitution save
You
for the
just said
second
you didn't
potion.
want to do that. Okay, sure.
I mean, I'm gonna torture him if he resists these. So like,
Right, you just said you didn't want to do it because it was expensive, and now you're like, oh, I'm just gonna
I mean,
do it.
wow, a 16. That's rough. That's rough. Well,
All right. Again, his eyes roll back and his body tenses up as you inject him. He's definitely murmuring something under his breath. As you.
oh, what's my name? And I'll shake him a little bit.
Dead meat.
Oh, now he's getting a little feisty.
And he's going to. Look. All right. So when you tied him up, did you tie his hands or did you just bind him behind his arms?
I fucking hog-tied the motherfucker.
All right. So he still has his
Without
hands.
legs?
He still has like his fingers free then. All right.
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
He's got his hands bound behind his back, his legs bound to his hands, type deal.
Right, but you can make gestures with your fingers like that.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yes.
Okay. So then, I'm gonna make a ranged spell attack against you. As soon as I get this, it's 4, 8, 20 plus 8.
You've already had a short rest, right?
You all had a short rest, yeah? So did he.
Okay, cool. Then we can make this work. I can make this torch method work with a little bit more steps.
Oh Jesus!
You all don't know this, but
Plus 8. Jesus.
warlocks get all their spells back after a short rest.
Whoa, that's a little intense.
So
No
does
wonder
an
failure
18 hit
just
you?
turn around and just butt-a-ding.
18 does in fact hit, yes.
Okay. Oops, I need one.
How much damage am I taking?
A lot.
10.
That's fine.
But you're all the way up to max, so it doesn't matter.
And what does the spell look like?
Let's see. It is a beam of crackling energy. Streaks towards a creature within range. There'll be a little bit of gold and silvery flecks that fall away and turn red as this spear of Viridian energy. 2 spears of Viridian energy. Hit, what's his face? Hit Themis. Not doing a lot, but,
Wipe some
not-
blood off.
Yeah, do the spit take, yeah.
Well, you're gonna regret that. And I'll just roll him over and chop off all his fingers.
Oh, hold on. Before you do that,
Oh, yeah,
you sure you don't
wait
want
a
to try
minute.
my way?
Yes, but I would rather he not be casting spells at us the entire time.
Okay, get the fingers then.
Yeah, chopping off all his
hand.
fingers.
Alright, I'm not gonna make you roll for that. You chop off all of his fingers. And he screams that I'm not gonna do that either.
Oh.
In pain and
Oh, you
rolls around as
motherfucker,
much
son
as
of a
possible.
bitch! I'll have my mother come fuck your house.
Yeah, there you go. Irish are pretty good at swearing. You know. You can
Yeah,
make
as
something
he's swearing at me, I'm gonna stuff 2 of his fingers in his mouth.
Oh, jeez.
This is why you were looking forward to this. All right.
Oh yeah, this is why I was looking forward to this.
How's it taste there, Huisdean, huh? He
Push
likes
him,
the...
push him
that's it.
deeper in until he gags.
Oh, he does.
Oh.
He's got a gag reflex, that's for sure.
Ugh.
Yeah, he clearly bugger is an insult to him. So
And coughs them, maybe coughs them up, I guess. Yeah.
We're definitely not the nicest adventurers.
I mean, I'm not. I don't know about you guys, but neutral
I should've put
neutral
myself to,
does
like,
not make me a
neutral.
paladin.
Good, instead of like... Well, chaotic neutral's fine. Chaotic is fine.
Oh, I'm so.
Uh,
Alright. Well. Alright, yeah. He's gonna do it.
What?
Misty Escape. So, starting at 6th level, you can
Counterattack.
vanish in a puff of mist in response to harm. When you take damage, which that was, you can use your reaction to turn invisible and teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space you can see.
He's still hogtied.
He is still hogtied. He's probably not going to go anywhere, but he's invisible for the next 6 seconds. So, you chop off his fingers, and you're just about got the second thumb when he poofs out and vanishes.
Stay there.
What is this like? This fucking.
Dennis is gonna start fucking swearing in Sylvan. And
I'm just gonna start
like look around.
clapping my
Oh,
hands.
yeah.
Here, Houston. Come here, Houston. Come on. Come on. Where you at?
Athens taking this very seriously.
You're not gonna get very far like that. Tied up as you are.
Give me a perception check.
Come on, Houston. Make this easy on us.
I had to
Or
do
you.
something.
Ooh, very nice. Yeah, so you hear.
I also have a bonus to trekking phase, so it's always fun.
Really?
Yes.
It's an interesting bonus to just have.
So you, despite Athens calling him like a dog, you look around and you see the most likely spot that if you were a fag, that you would get to somewhere near one of the more alien-looking trees that is more nature, that is more natural in the Feywild. And you look over and you hear what sounds like a thump or a thud around that tree. You see a little bit of leaves blow up, and you hear what sounds like somebody hopping.
I'm gonna walk over there and start kicking up leaves and watching where they fall.
Alright, you go over there. As you walk over, Huisdean reappears, because it's only until the start of your next turn. And you see him, who's got his, you see his back, really, with his...
He's doing the worm. He's
basically
doing the worm on the ground.
Yeah, he's basically doing the worm. Trying to hop away a little bit. And,
Oh, Houston, you had us so worried. I thought for a second you might have gotten hurt or lost.
or worse.
I'm gonna look at Athens like kinda surprised at how lightly he's taking this. And grab
no,
him.
Okay, go ahead.
Grab him by the rope and start dragging him back to the clearing where we'd set up camp.
And he's still mumbling and growling and fussing, even though he's got his mouth full of his own fingers.
You can't tell, but I'm
And
fuming.
dirt.
If I'm not, well, you'll figure that out in time.
Alright, so you drag him back to your clearing with your potion kettle and all that.
Drag him by the rope like a fucking dog.
I'll take out a dagger and Would lightning cauterize a wound?
Use fire. Just use fire.
I don't have fire.
You have like a campfire because you had to make the potions, right?
True. I'll stick a dagger in the fire for a little while. And,
cauterize him.
Yeah, I'm gonna cauterize his fingers.
Alright. You cauterize his fingers. He screams again. That's probably damage. But
Is it damage? Wouldn't it just be like...
it doesn't matter. It's just gonna drag this out.
Yeah. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't be damage. It's damage to accomplish a purpose, much like, oh, I don't know, a blood hunter.
Indeed.
So, anyways, you cauterize it. He's definitely in pain. He's sweating. He's got blood down the backside of him.
Oh, poor
Fingers-
guy.
I'm gonna look at him and kind of giggle a little bit, kind of madly, and be like, look, come on, friend. I haven't even asked a question yet and you're trying to run away. I'm sure we can figure this out like adults. Or at least, sentient beings with a feeling of pain. A sense of pain. Oh, sorry about that. And I'll dig out his fingers from his mouth. What was that again?
I said you're a motherless bastard.
Well, I am a motherless bastard because of you folk. So why don't you just relax,
This is pretty
sit back, and I'll stab the hot dagger into his leg and tell me what court you come from. This is just a test, by the way. I know what court he comes from.
From the carts of blood and bone. You should
Good,
know
good.
that
We're getting
much.
somewhere now.
You should know that much. You mediocre mortal. If you've already faced this before.
God, you mediocre mortal. What a dick.
Well,
Just instigating them.
we don't all live as long as the Fae do. How long do you live, after all? Not that I care. You'll die just as easily. How about this? I do know at your court, of course, but the Archfey. Only heard rumors of him, and I can't remember his name at all. Actually, it seems as if he doesn't have one. He's disappeared a little bit, and I'll twist the knife a little bit. I'm sure you can give me that at least.
I'm not gonna help you hunt down my patron. That's an end of it.
It's a problem, you see. Because this doesn't stop, and I'll twist the knife a little bit more until I at least have a name. Just a name! It's not that hard. Come on. I guess I'll try this.
Persuasion. You can roll with advantage if you want.
I mean,
Well, I'd be more. This is
it's
more.
not
This
going to
is,
change anything, but yeah, it's not
this
going to
is more
change anything.
intimidation. But I'll let.
But
This
no,
one
I'm
slide.
being sweet while I'm twisting the
No.
dagger in his leg.
That's not what's happening here.
I mean, I have the same modifier for persuasion and intimidation. You
Alright,
can switch
there
them
you go.
interchangeably if you want.
Right. Oh, I call him the gentleman. That's all I get.
Really? He gives you power, tells you what to do, where to go, who to kill, who to massacre. It gives you ancient rituals, and you don't even have a name for me, really? Find that hard to believe.
Find a lot of what I know hard to believe. You simple-minded simian.
Well, I am, right now anyway, the simple-minded simian with a dagger in your leg, so maybe you'd want to start talking. Because this doesn't stop until I at least get a name.
You barbarians aren't even gonna let me live anyways. There's no fucking
Well, you
reason.
don't know that. I would put a-
That's good cop, bad cop routine here.
I'm gonna look at Athens and be like, well, we're probably not gonna let him live, you know, like with my eyes, like you're
With
lying,
my
but it's
eyes.
okay, it's okay.
He's tied up, right? Still, like he ain't going
Yes,
anywhere.
he's definitely tied up.
Can I just pee on him?
Can you what?
Malcolm comes back into camp, doesn't say a word, just pisses on him. I love it. Do it.
What cup are you?
Roll for bladder. Roll for bladder.
What is it?
You don't have to roll for anything. He's
Also,
hogtied.
he has taken 3 potions, so he's rolling for a side effect as well, I believe. Because I gave him the
Yes,
common potion
yes,
and then
yes.
the 2 truth serums.
You are 100% correct. I will.
I might be fucking myself here, but I might also be helping
you
myself.
know, you might be.
If he gets amnesia, that's gonna suck. Actually, it might not suck.
It's
If
one
you
that
forget the events of the past 24
Oh,
hours,
yeah. It's like, oh, how did I end up
including
here?
memorized spells.
Oh, look, they're offering to save me in exchange for some basic information that he really does not have. But maybe maybe if he gets a handicap, he'll be mute. Then he'll be fucked. All right, 1d20.
That'd be so funny.
What did he get?
1d20. I'm rolling right now. He got a nat 20. is
Oh,
what he done
God.
did got.
Loss of hearing.
Deafened, surprised, loss of hearing.
You're fucking kidding me. I'm just gonna fucking laugh at that shit.
That's hilarious, actually. Although a nat 20 shouldn't be a problem, but whatever.
Well, no, what do you mean it shouldn't be about? It should be like
It, sh-
nothing
it
happens.
should be like, oh, nothing happens, but
Oh.
whatever. We already have the chart, so we're not gonna deviate from it just because it's more convenient.
When have we ever done that?
Yeah. He's
You could
you
also
talking to
just
him.
you could just also go partly deafened, muffled hearing, or whatever. I'm looking at the chart
Right.
here at your discretion.
I know. I gotta figure out something to do with those, or just take one of these columns rather than having three options.
Yeah.
Right. So because it's a rare, I'll just go with muffled, because we're assuming a lot more quality than average.
Okay.
So you're talking to him, and eventually he's like, "Stop mumbling!" By the gods.
This might be a problem. At least I guess paralysis would have been better, but it's not the end
You
of the
win some,
world.
you lose some.
I'll keep twisting the dagger around, kind of carving a hole in his leg. Not anywhere near the center of it, just kind of on the side. Got a meaty leg. Seems like a little K-boy.
Got a meaty leg. That's a fucking compliment.
Hey, man. Can you hear me now? And I'll fucking scream it in his ear. Alright, fine. I'll accept that you know the gentleman's name. But I'm sure you can tell me why you're so interested in my friend here.
He's got souls floating around him, or haven't you noticed that?
Oh, now this is. Oh, well, damn it. Hold on. Give me one moment. I'm just gonna take my dagger, and I'm going to take the point of it and stick it in between his teeth, and say, "What are you doing with those souls?" I just want to hear. It's nothing big.
It's
I
not a
start
big
wiggling the
deal.
dagger between the ridges of his teeth.
Oh,
Oh,
nails on a chalkboard over here. All right, he very carefully, I suppose, answers you, or waits for you to finish, whichever is easier. We use them to make the gems that you've stolen from us.
well, stolen is a word. I prefer to say acquired by semi-legitimate means.
Is there a way to release these souls?
I'm quite sure I've got no fucking idea. They're not in my power anymore.
And what are you using these gems for then, if you're spending the currency of life on them?
Oh my god, it's the Philosopher's Stone. Equivalent exchange, Full Metal Alchemist.
Well, he did just lose his fingers, so
Oh,
the exchange is real, if nothing else.
just get some auto mail.
Yeah, as you do. Go to Rush Valley, was it? Anyways,
Dude, Winry will hook you fucking up.
that I barely know, and I'm not sharing anything with the likes of you.
Come now, I'm sure a little reprieve, maybe a nice potion could loosen your tongue a little bit.
Maybe you release me.
Maybe, but not before I get my answers.
Those souls would like to be released. I think that's what needs to be done here.
Well, I might have a use for them. I'm pretty sure they're kind of trapped in a gem. You know, I've used them before. It's not that big a
Let's.
deal. It's just some dead
These
people.
ones are not going to be used. That is. I can't allow you to do that.
He says with a smile. Give me a blade, and I'll start cutting myself free. You have plenty of time to ascertain whether or not you get the truth, while I work to free. Well, I don't have any fingers. Fuck.
Yep.
Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Give him like a butter knife, put it in his mouth, figure it out.
Yeah. Just put the knife in his body, and he can do whatever he wants with it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's your
I'll put it
knife.
between his toes.
Yeah,
but I'll cut
that's
those
your
off
knife
next.
now, friend. You can do whatever you want with that knife.
Chuck!
If I was smart, I'd be looking at spells right now that do not require somatic components, but... Anyways. Right. Set me up. Untie me legs. I won't get very far. I'll tell you as I leave.
Alright. You know, I'll set him on his feet, but I won't untie him yet.
Well,
He's
he's
I mean,
hog-tied, so
hog-tied,
you
he's
gotta
hog-tied.
untie like half of it or something.
No.
Okay.
If Themis
just-
lets you.
Just wait. We're not done here. He doesn't get to go free with just with that.
Just with that.
I'm gonna. Man. Those gems I gave you now, I'm reconsidering.
Ooh.
If they have my people in them, I don't know if I want you to
They
just
don't.
have
They
them.
don't have your people in them. The souls are somewhere else. Speaking of, where are the souls that you apparently stole from my friend here? I'm sure he's quite attached to them.
I put them in the
They're
rod,
cool
and the
people.
rod sent them to the sphere of
wild.
spirits.
To the what?
The sphere of spirits.
Well,
Unrecoverable, then I assume.
What? By the measly likes of you paltry lot.
I won't give up hope just yet.
You keep calling us mediocre, paltry, yada yada yada, but who has a knife on whose leg now? And I'll stab another dagger in my second dagger in his other leg, because why the fuck not?
Get it,
You're an animal.
Huisdean, because he stabbed you.
Nemesis does not like these people at all.
No
He has
kidding.
no sense of empathy for
No
them.
kidding.
His
I'll take
hair
I
is
like him much
blazing
either.
red, and his self control is like at its limit right now. He doesn't like these people at all.
You know what?
I would never guess.
Me neither.
Well, I'm pretty sure we got everything I need out of him. So you have fun here, Themis. I'm gonna go cook a rabbit. I'm gonna do it really close to Huiston so he has to smell it and can't eat it. Ooh, smell that? Smells like you can't have it.
Smells like you're a animal murdering carnivore.
Ah, it's called the circle of life, man.
You know, they're still living
alright.
creatures, yada yada. Themis kind of agrees with him on this point, but
Now's not the
It's
time to say
delicious.
that. Oh, Dimension Door has a range of 500 feet and only requires verbal components. And it's a warlock spell. But he didn't have it prepared, so it's not doing
That
it.
would be fucking hilarious.
That would 500 feet. Holy shit, man. Alright,
it's
so
hilarious.
what else do you want to know? Just for the sake of brevity here.
I wanted to try to find a link to one of his colleagues, somewhere else. I assume they're not very close together, since this is the second one I found, and the first one was in the Cornin Confederacy in a cave by the coast. So
Alright,
That's-
so for so for convenience's sake, we put it in the British Isles. Because that's where Plains is gonna go anyways.
Yeah.
right.
Two birds, one stone.
And then
It's a whole other thing. Maybe they're preying on the planeswalkers that are in there.
Ooh,
that's interesting.
interessante.
Holy Holy shit, that's weird.
Could be a whole
We
farm
might-
situation.
Might have like an actual fucking story to go off of
I know.
instead of mountains.
Yeah. Y'all
Oh, no,
might
don't
actually get
worry.
invested in this.
Yeah, things might happen.
Alright,
Kato might go into some
Um,
development.
I want to know if
Ooh.
Arcturus is dead. Because I'm going to assume he is, but I'm not sure.
Alright, so, yeah, he's done. He doesn't know the man by name. Oh, well, actually, he would, wouldn't he? Because he was doing work for him. Yeah, he got rendered down into.
Alright, come here, Kato. You're gonna teach me how to throw a dagger. See that tree over there?
So he's one of
Want
the
you to
gems
hit it.
that I have in my pocket now. That's fun. Probably give. Look, I'll probably give one to. Because I don't know which one it is. I'll just give one to his lover. Say this is all you have to remember him by, and just leave.
Nice. That'll give her closure.
Right?
You'll feel great after saying that.
Alright.
Um,
Anything else?
Da, 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 da. So he doesn't know the name.
He truly
court-
doesn't know the name.
Okay.
You don't even know if Huisdean is his real name, but
I guess it doesn't matter at this point.
well, no, not if you're gonna kill him.
No, he's definitely dying. He's gonna
Oh,
get
okay.
got.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm gonna pull out a. Do I want to do this? Do I want to do this? I'm considering. Give me a second. I'm going to touch a ring on my finger, and a book is going to appear, and I'm going to ask him who wrote it and why it's written in blood. And this is the Sacrament Fola.
Somewhat. This is written by a fey wizard of sorts who was employed by the gentleman to come up with a way to render down parts to make the gems to eventually make the deity.
Interesting.
There's I don't want to say there's volumes, but it's not finished. That book that you have, there are copies of it to be sure, but
It's not complete.
The more advanced, like the final stages, are not in that book. Whether there's another volume, whether somebody just didn't copy those because they weren't allowed to, or whatever. That's a whole nother.
So I'm gonna ask if he knows of any other volumes of them. Maybe with his colleagues in the British Isles.
Yes, there is a second volume. Most people don't have
Kato,
access
come here.
to that.
I'm gonna start stacking your daggers like a fucking deck of cards.
I'm talking to the. It's for more the lines of the people who are going to be assisting in the last
Ritual.
the last few steps. The culmination, the apex.
Falcon, come here, help us with this.
Interesting. Alright. I'll grab him by the hair and look him in the eye and just be like, you made a mistake at some point, and I don't know when it was, but you chose the wrong side, and I'm going to find all of your friends, and I'm going to do the same exact thing that I'm going to do to you, and they'll know who killed them. My name is Themis Malorian, and I'm going to kill every single last fucking one of you, and then I'm going to fucking stick my dagger right up through his mouth into his brain.
Oh! Alright. You watch as he has involuntary spasms.
Dex check.
Dex check.
Dex check. Just stick it in his mouth.
For the yeah, right.
All right, if you want to piss on him again, he won't say no.
Yeah,
14. It works.
yeah. That's yeah. It does. It's, I mean, I wasn't even gonna make you roll for it, but he twitches and then just sort of falls into the dagger a little bit, since there's nothing really holding him up now anymore.
Oh,
He is deader than shit.
Themis is gonna kind of wipe his hands on his dead body, kind of get the blood off, sit down around the fire. Well, thanks for helping me with that. We can go on to good Sir Caskbane's quest now. I greatly appreciate your aid in this. For truly, not enough to offer a favor, but I do truly appreciate it.
You messed him the fuck up.
He deserved it. I'm not
not
sure if
saying
you
damn,
noticed,
damn.
but the corpses lying on our battlefield were not props.
I wonder who they were.
Anybody with an iota of magical or mystical essence in their veins, from what I've gathered.
Oh, I guess for a time we're gonna have a common enemy. I've never met these people before myself, but I'm sure I have some friends who have something to say about them.
Then I'd be glad for the aid. But the Court of Blood and Bone is not based in Mundus. If we do want to eradicate them, then eventually we'll have to return to my homeland in the Feywilds and track them down. But that is beyond our reach for now. We're at the information gathering stage at the moment. Sorry about the gruesome show, and I'll look at Kato and Raugum. Sure, I apologize if I've soiled your appetite.
Did y'all really stop building the deck of daggers I was showing you how to do? Come on.
Puking intensifies. Is Raugum actually puking?
I don't know. Or I'm kind of like staring in disbelief, like, well, okay,
Yeah.
well,
You like full on skinned a bear.
man.
And
Yeah,
like
but that's a
really-
bear.
Yeah, that's not a
There's
sentient
a-
being.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Huisdean.
She did wear it though.
Yeah,
He did
wore that
wear the
fucking
bear.
There's a lot of nuance here, so let's just mark it off as red, shall we?
Alright. As a
What?
player, thanks guys for indulging in my story. I had a fun fight sequence and yada yada yada. Raugum,
Really enjoyed
the
your torture
torch-
scene.
I did too. He deserved it. You don't even know half the things that man has done. I don't even know half the things that man has done, and I know he deserved that shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
damn.
But
Whoever he was, shit.
well, let's just say that he probably kidnapped a lot of people, and that they probably found themselves lacking in about 5 to 6 liters of blood, and then their corpses were chopped up, the bones cracked open for the marrow, and apparently, well, this is new to me, their souls were trapped and they were used as a sort of storage of magical energy for the gentleman, whoever this man is. I assume the archfey that leads them.
Hmm.
So yes, he deserved everything that came to him.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Well, so you have your camp, you have your completed activities. Do you want to rest out here, or do you want to head back into town?
So Raugum, I'm done.
I'm going back to town, you know.
I'd like to go to a tavern, maybe wash off all this blood.
I like to heal fully.
He really got all his fluids on my cloak. Are you serious?
All right.
Well, I'm gonna head to the bath if anyone wants to join me.
Alright, so
I need to find some shops after my rest.
Could always have a beach episode really make this feel real.
yeah.
Oh,
Swimsuits. Who's got the best swimsuit?
Honestly, best waifu, hands down, Themis.
Oh, alright. Well, I don't hear any denials, so we'll just go with that.
I wasn't gonna say Railgun. That's just scary.
Husbando. So you'll take your time. There's no rush anymore, except maybe not being around a dead body. But
Multiple dead bodies.
yes, you'll take your time. Eventually, you'll pack up. It'll be probably like 2:30, and then getting back into town. I don't even remember how much the travel time was. Probably not that long. So it'll be maybe 3, a little bit after 3 a.m. when you get back into town. The baths are open 24/7. The shops, however, are not. So Rowden's going to have to wait until tomorrow, or at least another 6 hours or so. But
I'll definitely go
Oh.
to the baths.
you can go to the baths and get cleaned up.
Wash off all
Your,
the blood.
Your coldarium and frigidarium and strigils and all that good stuff.
Yum.
Sure. And you can all sleep, trance, whatever you want to do, and get drunk, and then pass out till the morning time. And Rowdham's the one who wants to go shopping. So where do you want to go? Do you want to take anyone?
Nope, not at all.
Okay. Where do you want to go?
Craftsman shop.
Craftsman. Okay, so like
Yeah,
a crafting
okay.
shop, like Hobby Lobby.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, let's start there.
All right, sure. You go to Hobby Lobby. Like I don't know. You find a couple shops for crafting. Mostly, they're heavily favored in dwarven activities.
Any dwarven specials I can get in on?
Yes, there are. What are you looking for? I'm not making up a sale price list. You're ain't nobody got time for that.
Let's see, I've got that and that. What's that bludgeoning thing that I was looking at before?
I don't know what bludgeoning
It-
thing you were looking at before.
Bludgeon. It was it was kind of like a bat, but like
A cudgel? A truncheon?
I'm bringing it up here.
Okay. A club?
That might have been
Ralpham wants a club, huh?
it. Well, I doubt you're gonna give me a halberd, so or a lance, but
A dwarf with a lance is going to be a problem. You can have a halberd if you really want one, a mundane one. That's not a problem.
a warm.
What happened to the spiky armor? Now you're like, I want to be 5 feet away from everybody all the time. This has really changed Ragham's life, hasn't it? Having this near-death experience. Oh shit! Why don't I just be an archer?
Well, I can't choose spiked armor because I chose the guardian path, but
Ah.
yeah, because that was a different path. That was different.
Uh-huh.
Well, shit. Maybe it was the Warhammer. Was that maybe possibly a thing?
I don't remember what you wanted, Chili. I really don't. Especially since you weren't set on it when you mentioned it last. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm sure she'll figure it out.
Alright, well, maybe not too far from these shops is gonna be is there another poison craftsman shop nearby, like a potions making dude?
There is a potion shop. Yes, there's. And this is remember, this is like Dale, outside of a dwarven city. It's not. It's it's mostly a trading club and stopping point. But yes, there will be a potion shop. There might be some amateur and intermediate potion makers. It's not going to be.
Why are you seeking out potion makers?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You're gonna
That
have to pay for that, and I would have done it for free.
no. I'm looking for ingredients. But that's why I started at this kind of shop. Anyway.
Well, you can go do that then.
Okay, so at this place, is there any? Are they all basic poisons, or are they gonna be, for
Oh,
example?
they're cool, hip, modern, in the know poisons.
They're
Ah.
woke
They're
poisons.
trending poisons.
They don't discriminate.
There's definitely
Exactly.
There will definitely be basic poisons. There will probably be more specific poisons, like specifically to paralyze or maybe give disadvantage on stealth checks or something like that. It's probably not going to be midnight doom or anything really powerful.
Well, I was kind of looking here. Is there? Shit, where'd it go? Well, burnt ether fumes. That would be fun. But I was more looking for like crawler mucus or drow. Maybe an oil taggot, or even purple worm. The injury in contact ones.
Yes.
Ah. Okay, what's my options?
What are my options?
Oh my goodness.
Raucom just has
What is-
like a poison problem.
What are all these things that you're getting with?
I typed poisons D&D 5th edition and these came up.
Okay, so give me the link.
Okay.
This ain't new.
Could have made you poisons. Fuck's
No,
sake.
Well, she's just getting ingredients, remember?
Right.
Right, which is clearly blossomed into something more.
I mean, I could have made you a tailor-made poison,
Alright.
depending on
So
the
you
rate.
want
After what
contact
you did to my legs, I don't think so.
That's just the rules for potions, Jilly. Would you have rather re-rolled a character?
To be determined. Anyway.
Alright, crawler minute 13 will be poisoned. Poisoned is paralyzed. Alright. Drow poison, Succeeder will be poisoned for 1 hour.
Like I said,
Alright.
the contact or injury. Because I know what I bought last time.
Alright, so you want. So what are your top 2
Um,
out of that list?
purple worm,
Okay.
and what was where should we go? Yeah, crawler.
Alright. Crawler isn't hard to come by. It'll that's fine. It'll be 75.
Where's my roll?
Purple worm, they have a less potent version of that. Because 12d6 is ridiculous.
Oh, or 42 is right there.
Yeah, I can read. So, they have a less potent version of that. That'll
Has
be.
Jilly used a poison yet, though?
She was gonna use it on Talia, and then Talia left.
Ollie was gonna make her drop her weapon, so that would have been superfluous, but yes.
Don't worry about how I would have gotten it on you. I would have found a way.
Would have found a way to avoid it.
You could have put a whatever. Okay, so Purple worm. We'll lower it down to 14. And we'll make it 66 instead of 12.
42. That's a little extreme. But I'll let me do some math here.
Holy shit, 2,000 gold pieces.
I know.
What?
I know. It's also a DC 19 con save, which is ridiculous.
I kind of like that though.
I know you do.
Yeah, but you don't have the money.
Oh, do I?
Well, it's not going to be 2,000.
You have 2,000 gold coins to
No.
spend on purple worm poison.
Even if
So
I
you're telling me.
even if I took 50% off, she probably still doesn't have 1,000.
True. Okay.
So we'll make that like 96 gold.
What happened to? Oh, jeez. Okay.
You think that's too much?
No, I'm doing math here.
No.
What is that? 225.
Oh, thanks. Chile.
Oh, that could work. Okay.
Those are $4.
Really? Anyway. We'll get 3 of the. We'll get 3 of these, and we'll get 2. Oh, come back here. We'll get 3 of those. We'll get 2 of those. Oh, not 12. 3, 2. Okay, so I will get 2 purple worm. Purple worm. Let me put that in the description here. So what you're saying 14 hit HP
No,
for
14 con save.
con
66
save.
damage
66 damage.
instead of 12.
Instead of wait, what? What about taking 42 there? That's why I was out. That's why I'm kind of like, what?
You need somebody to be taking 42 damage. What's 12 times 6, John?
I already know.
What's that button?
72. Anyway. 12 times 6 is 72.
Right. You know that's twice of what Themis's HP is, right?
Anyway. Okay, so 66.
What, are you
14
killing Themis now? Is that what's gonna happen here?
She's really after the player, but she can't get it.
Jeez.
So
Anyway.
she's just...
I guess I'll just have to retire another character, Jesus.
Alright.
Why do you hate us, Chile? I'd just like to know.
And then I'll also get 3 of the.
Like, if anything,
crawler.
you should be thankful. We saved your life! Twice!
Who said it was for you? Are you modifying that in any way?
No,
So I can make
not,
note of
not
it.
the crawler now.
Okay, so 13 con. I will just copy and paste that one then. Copy. Paste. And then this one, was there any? Are you gonna allow me to keep the? Oh, that'd be like your standard poison. Then the purple one it would just be. It'd last 1 minute and however many attacks you can get in 1 minute, since they're like 10 seconds each or whatever.
Because they're both contact?
The
Yeah,
purple
no,
one's
one's
injury.
injury.
Yeah, one's injury. The contact one, it says must succeed or be poisoned for a minute, and then the other effects, which I don't feel
so
reading.
yeah, it'll retain its potency for a minute. You can yeah. Each one is 1 dose to apply to a weapon, or 3 or 4 pieces of ammunition, like a javelin, for example.
Right. 1 minute potency. So, and like, we've been doing what 10 second. 10
Every
second
round
attack.
is 6 seconds.
6. Okay. Okay. Well, just so I make note of that. 1 minute potency. Okay, so then that total based on your score is 417. Yes, so that leaves me at 58. Okay. Okay. So that lowers my gold a little bit. Oh well. And I guess the last shop I would look for, or is like, if I showed the symbol of my Green amulet to the guy, would he be able to point me in the direction I need to go to get more answers on it?
At the alchemist shop?
Yeah,
No.
since it's a symbol.
Yes, it is a symbol.
Does he?
You're also talking to somebody who deals in potions and liquids and
Well,
not
you
iconography.
know, if he's like a trading post, maybe he's seen things. Is what I'm saying. Kind of getting at.
What's the question here?
I'll roll for it.
What's the question?
If this guy recognizes the symbol that's on the back of the amulet. It's 1d20 plus whatever 3. Shit. All right. He
Well,
he doesn't know a lot about it, but he has seen it before. It belongs to a group of more druidically focused dwarves. Of dwarves that focus on the more natural aspects of the world rather than just stone and metals. We focus on the life that occurs both under and above ground.
oh, so it's possibly like tied to me.
It could be tied to you. He
So,
he doesn't know much about him.
Right. Okay. So he has kind of seen it before.
But
How about
yeah.
about my totem to Mars?
All right, let's see here. This one's going to be a higher DC for him to recognize it because it's religious and he's in potions. Yeah.
Oh
He
no.
has no idea.
No.
He knows it. He's like, yeah, that's Mars.
Okay.
What do you want from me? Like,
Yeah.
couldn't you have figured that out yourself?
Thanks.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's my business until we get back into like the heart of main town.
Okay. Unless anyone else has anything you want to do, you can.
I'm just gonna. After I get back from bath, I'm gonna go into my room, take out a dagger, and start a sort of tattoo along my arm by raising my sleeve.
With a
You don't
dagger?
know what it's gonna be, but
like scarification.
a certain scarification. I'm gonna be writing down names, but that's just out of character. You guys don't know what I'm writing.
So after doing all of that, you eventually prepare to set out on the 2.5-hour journey to the gates of Zhufbar.
Oh my.
2.5 hours, man. Well, gotta get my work in. Pilates wasn't everything, I guess.
And so you do. After traveling out of Varese. There we go. You will walk towards the Alps, and eventually, as soon as I get the picture, you will come to this very, very large indeed edifice of the dwarven entrance to the south side, at least, of Zhufbar.
Quite a place.
So this is we are full health again then, yeah.
Yeah. You all slept.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You notice as you come up, there's quite a bit of people, for starters, and it's divided essentially into 2 lanes, coming and going. You'll get into the entrance lane. Oops. Just discover this. Begin the slow-ish process of waiting for your entrance. Muisk. There we go.
How does Apartments.com have the most listings anywhere? Easy. By being the #1 supplier of giant scissors. That's how I know the instant that new listings go on the market.
Okay,
Apartments.com,
that
the most
works.
popular place to find a place.
I'm greatly pleased.
Sunday dinner has always been.
Alright, so there are guards that are stationed at the front. They're not really checking anybody. They're just keeping an eye, making sure things move quickly, relatively efficiently. All dwarves. These guards are. There's plenty of lots of grains, foodstuffs, that sort of thing going in. You see lots of ingots in carts going out. You make your way in through the gates easily enough. It doesn't seem like anybody recognizes anyone or anything like that. And you come into a bustling dwarven city that I have. Hold on. Like that. Grand open plazas with pillars, small houses cut into the walls. See plenty of other races, but dwarves are definitely predominant here. And for Ralgam, it's almost like coming home. The strong, angular effects of dwarven architecture. Yeah, you get chills. There you go. Chilly gets chills.
I'm always cold, man.
Oh, that's no good. On the ceiling, they are not only vaulted, but there are painted depictions of famous times, somewhat of all dwarves, but definitely of this city. They use clever optical tricks to make up for the vaulted nature of the ceilings themselves, and there's probably a little bit of magic, so that even as you walk past, if you look up, you can see the image in its complete form for longer than otherwise. There's the war between the Trascani Empire and Zhufbar. There's the founding of the city. There's many scenes that are all on the ceiling. They take up huge swaths of it. This is pretty much the entrance. So there are a few stalls, but it's mostly it's almost like a hub. It's kind of like it's almost like Grand Central Station. You come here, and then you go to the left or to the right, or just straight, or wherever you're trying to get. There are maps, like mall maps. You are here kind of maps. If you want to check those out. There are large braziers that are on the pillars, and some of which are on the ceilings, but not many, that appear to have magical flame in them to give you light. It's quite busy and bustling. But you are now here, finally, in the city of Zhufbar. Very common.
As we get to an inn, then this is gonna bustle off to get some reagents for greater healing potions, and then kind of shut himself in his room and start working on that shit. Probably, I'd say 10 of them. Which I don't remember how much it cost me last time, but it was like gold, shit like that.
Right, gold makes sense.
Guess I'll just.
I-
Oh, that's
I'm gonna go to a.
not good either.
I'm gonna go shop for a some better clothes. These ones have seen quite a bit of wear and tear.
Well, I hope you like dwarven fashion.
I'll take a look. They might have a nice hat.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah, he's making a lot of potions. Alright, so the 7 and 6 are going to be problems. I'll tell you that much right now. The 9's probably going to be, it's obviously going to be substandard, I should say. So, there's lots of heavier cloths, a lot of quilted fabrics. The dwarves seem to prefer quite a few layers as well, especially if you're just going to go with cloth or maybe leather armor. There's going to be a lot of folds and a lot of pockets, somewhat utilitarian. Women tend to pile their hair up. At least working women do. There's certainly plenty of dwarven women in finery that have their hair down or otherwise decorated. But while women tend to wear their hair up, dwarven men tend to wear hats in this particular mountain range. And the guards certainly have their styles of helmets, but the dwarven men seem to prefer slight angular, like maybe penta or hexagonal shaped hats that are very angular, that go up maybe a foot at the most. A lot of them have runes dangling and charms from the sides of them, right above where the ears would be. The majority of them seem to be a bit on the plain side, but others of them have quilted or more fine metalwork in hatched, or like you would find on a trellis, with crossbars that create little diamond appearances. So you finding some sort of hat would not be hard at all. So what do we have? This is cloak. I don't think you know how cloaks work. Alright, so your 6 and your 7 are going to have decreased healing, or I'll let you run the risk of having worse side effects. Oh, that's a shitty small picture. That frustrates me, because it looked bigger.
Oh, really?
All right, y'all want to roll initiative and see who gets to do their shit first? Since
Wait,
didn't-
isn't
everybody's
Brog doing
I
something?
didn't. I didn't hear. I thought Plains was still deciding on a hat.
I'm still deciding on the hat.
That's what I thought.
I get like
Or clothing or something. That's what I thought he was
fedora.
Get it.
doing. What?
Yes, ma'am, m'lady.
Milady.
So
Yes.
you can find something that's close to a fedora. Sure, it's got a few.
I'm joking. Please no.
Oh, okay, great, good answer there.
Maybe when I'm less sad with myself.
Sure thing, partner. Right. So, anyways, so yeah, you can find a hat very easily. It's it tends to be men who wear the hats, at least in this particular mountain range. Well, they're about maximum of like a foot high. Tend to be very angular, like penta or hexagonally shaped, with usually with some charms, with runes dangling right above the ears. That's along the sides, that sort of thing. You can of course you can of course find a lot of helmets. It wouldn't be very hard to do at all. You can also find some higher hats if you want.
I'll just peruse. Maybe I'll grab a little. I don't know what this hat's called. Let me take a look.
You can get a wide brim traveler's hat.
What is this called? Fucking. Oh, like a newsboy, fucking Peaky Blinder hat.
You
That'd be so funny.
you just want like one of those little caps, one of those little.
Yeah, just a little cap. And in case I'm not wearing my cloak or I don't have it with me.
Sure, that's easy enough to find. I feel like it's one of those like bread basket hats or something. I don't know. Anyways, yes, you find one of your little a newsboy cap.
Nice.
It's made of holy shit. It's actually called a newsboy cap.
Hey.
That's terrible. What is a newsboy hat called? A flat cap hat. There you go.
What the fuck?
Flat cap.
Flat cap. Yeah.
It's got a little bit of cross hatching on it. It's got some runes stitched into it. It fits well. Whatever, they have it in a variety of colors.
I'll just get a nice, nice beige. Something real
All right.
plain.
Yeah. Way to blend in with the crowd there. All right.
I ain't trying to stand up.
That's easy enough to do. It's like 1 silver. All right. So, Synod.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
I couldn't help but notice that you got a 6 and a 7.
Yeah.
So you can either have.
Can I take 20?
You already rolled.
Damn it. How many ingredients am I wasting?
Well, I will let you have decreased healing, or you can increase the severity of the side effects if they're overly consumed.
Increased severity. Increased severity, taking it.
Okay.
Sorry guys. I will mark that down. Let's see, so
Since you
10
okay.
healing potions. 2 I guess it would be 3. 3 with increased severity. Yeah. So how long would that take me? Like 8 hours, I believe?
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it nighttime when I'm done?
Yeah, it'll definitely be nighttime. It'll be close to 2 actually. 2 in the morning. So because you got a nat 20,
then I will.
slow down. So because you got a nat 20, I will let you
Oh.
either make a double batch or you can add a d4.
Double batch. Definitely double batch. So how many potions does that come out to?
You said you were making 10, so now you got 11.
Interesting.
Okay.
Afterwards,
Yeah.
before
I
I
was wondering what the
trance,
fuck was here. It's this rhythm.
I'm going to. God, I'm looking at my to be learned, and I have like regular potion, fog of Venus, Viagra, penis enlargement, increased vaginal sensitivity, and post-coitus potion. What was I doing?
Why don't you make some other ones like ecstasy and
Oh my god. You are so right. I'm gonna start the fucking drug war early, man.
yeah.
Fuck opium, ecstasy, motherfucker.
Opium.
I am going to start research on
Uh-huh.
the potion of sanctuary, I believe, which is a uncommon potion. So that's gonna take me 8 hours of research and brewing, I guess, and half of the potion worth. I gotta find. I have it written down somewhere. Give me a sec. The almanac.
Nice.
Potion of sanctuary. Uh, uh, uh. Scroll.
I'm trying.
Faster, bitch.
Trying to scroll shit.
Work out
Some
that finger.
freaky ass. There's some freaky ass potions here.
Sophie,
See,
do you remember that symbol I showed you in my Ragam mission thing?
Yes.
What did you call it? Because I can't find the image now. And I was trying to
What did I
edit.
call it?
Yeah, you recognized it from something, and
Oh.
I'm blanking on it now.
Let me, is that a PDF? No, it was not a PDF.
No, what did you recognize it from?
Yeah, okay.
'Cause
I gotta think about that for a second. Ronald's fiance mission.
Fiance.
Yeah.
Kinda looks like a caduceus. But I don't feel like that's what I said it was. Coat of arms, a little bit.
a crest.
A crest, yeah.
The potion of sanctuary is a DC 12 Wisdom saving throw on the attacker. If they succeed, they get to attack. If not, they have to choose a new target or lose the attacker spell. Potion doesn't protect the drinker from area of effects such as fireball.
Alright.
The effect ends if you make an attacker cast a spell.
Right. You want another price for that?
Yes. What price would you give it?
52.
Okay, so that's 26 gold.
You don't know what the picture is because you don't have it anymore, or you just don't?
I was trying to find the original image and save it to my computer so I could edit the color so they weren't just black, like do the other one that I was describing. Please.
Alright, well, I have the one you sent me. If you
Yeah, I
need
know, but
if you need it, but why don't you do a reverse image search on Google and see what it comes up?
Yeah, it's not doing
Okay,
that.
alright.
That's the thing.
Alrighty.
That's why I'm like
A little
having
bit behind.
issues.
I do not recall. I just said it and just promptly forgot. Clearly. Alright, so that's those two done. You got a hat, you got potions.
Got a hit.
The best. Both worlds. You know. Anybody else have anything they want to do? Beginning of entering Zhufbar.
Can
Nope.
I do magic tricks and scam people?
Ooh.
Sure. You can certainly
I'll
try.
do that till like 3 p.m. and then I'll go like to the bar or something. I don't know yet.
Alright, you're gonna scam and steal. In
Yeah.
a dwarven city. Okay, go ahead and.
I'm gonna try.
Yes, yeah. Yes, you are. Go ahead and do me some rolls then.
Sleight of hand, right?
Definitely sleight of hand.
Okay. Oh, how many?
You're doing it till 3. Just give me one more. Oh, jeez.
Okay.
What?
Really?
There you go.
Huh.
All right. You're small and out of the if nobody's really looking at you, you look kind of like maybe a dwarven kid, a little bit. Nobody really pays much mind to you. There's not a lot of theft that goes on. And dwarves are very close knit people, and they care about each other as a race. So they haven't really had a problem with theft, and they don't really know what to look for. So you go around and you pick up some knives, pick up some coin, pick up a pram. Well, I know. But yeah, you quickly and easily and very fluidly move through this hub and through the open market area. Just nicking and grabbing things as you go.
Cool, cool.
That's there's very little of a cap on that with those rolls. As the day winds on, you will manage to get back together and find a inn to stay at. That's like everything else here. It's clearly been carved out of rock and made very ornate and cared for. Since it's just been basically carved out of the inside of a mountain. There's like 4 stories to it, and it's not in its complete and entirety carved out. The back of it opens up into the mountain wall proper, and that's where you get the main bar room, tap room, whatever you want to call it, where pretty much everybody gathers. There's a small dwarven foyer. It opens up, and Themis is pretty much automatically sequesters himself.
Yeah.
In his room for the next 8 hours.
I'm working on it for 4 hours through the night, trancing, then waking up, finishing the research, and then I'm gonna go to a marketplace and sell my services.
Okay.
So is that a performance check, alchemist check, or what?
Well, if you're gonna be kind of like a busker and call out, then yeah, it'll be a performance check. And then depending on who and what you pull, you'll have to make an alchemy.
13.
Okay, so you start off pretty loud, pretty well. You get a couple of customers that come by and look at you, and
Wait, are you playing a instrument?
no, he's trying to sell his services.
Oh. For me.
Well, you know, goods and services, not just services. Stud service.
I am a stud, and I am selling my service.
Yes, there you go. So you get a couple people, and after you don't even who even knows what time it is right now because you're indoors and the doors don't really care. You just sort of go about your day and you sleep when you need to. It's surprisingly relaxed. But anyways, so you get a couple, 2, maybe 3 people, and then eventually you see a dwarf in a deep blue robe with gold trim, flanked by 2 guards, who stops by your shop or your table.
It's a little stall in the marketplace.
Oh, right. You're a new one, ain't you?
For now. How may I help you today, sir?
Oh, you
Potions to your tailoring.
Potions to the tailoring, right? Yes. That's fantastic. You can show me the permit, actually. Okay.
Am I nearby? Can I help him?
Are you?
Like,
I don't know. What are you doing, Ralgum?
would they recognize me in this area?
I don't know. Would they? That's a risk you're gonna have to take, Chili. I am not here to give you all the answers. This is like real life.
I would like to,
Do you want help or not, Sinon? That's up to you.
I mean, if you want to come by and distract him while I try to forge a permit, you go ahead. Or I can distract them while also forging a permit.
If you're gonna forge it, fuck it. No, I was gonna, try and see if they recognize me and just be like, hey, he's friends with me. We're just here passing, by one day thing, but that's it. But if you're gonna forge it, then fuck, you're on your own.
Yes, sir. Well, then, that's not gonna work. Well, you see, now, permits are an interesting thing. I can't read. So, I couldn't tell you if this slip of paper was a permit or this slip of paper. I've had many permits, like many, 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 many permits. And, sometimes the people that gave them to me, they were bad hombres, and it is what it is. But, I'll be going now. And, I'm just gonna... I'm gonna, duck behind the table and
What?
disappear down an alley
You think you're gonna do that, do you? Alright.
with a 19 in stealth.
19 and stuff. They're staring right at you.
I'm ducking behind the stall and then disappearing down an alley, pulling my cloak.
If you're in a white room with no furniture and you get a 19 on stealth, there's still nowhere to hide. Right?
But I'm
You
not in a white
understand that.
room. I'm in a busy marketplace behind
yeah.
a stall
Yeah.
with many off streets and a big crowd.
Uh-huh. And they're also looking right at you.
So I'm ducking down to get the permit.
That you
And
don't
then
know
poof,
because you
where
can't
did
read.
he go?
And then, poof, snow bomb, pocket
my
sand.
I also have a flashbang that I could throw, but I don't think I want to be blinding people in the middle of the city.
Maybe not. It's a tough call, Alright, so Themis
Does he
this
notice me?
whole, they're looking right at you.
I
Again.
just ducked behind the stall
Yeah,
and
I
just kind of
understand
slunk
what you
off.
said. You've said it multiple times now. Nothing's changed here. You're talking like a stall that's like Lucy from Peanuts, where she has her psychiatry help thing, right?
Lucy from Peanuts.
Charlie Brown. The psychiatrist is in. She's got like an upside down cardboard box. But really, Sinod, you don't watch?
You haven't
never
seen
read
that?
Peanuts
Nope.
cartoons?
Nope.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man!
Alright.
You are
I
killing
know.
me.
Yes, something like that.
Okay, so there's not a lot of options for you there.
Look, man,
Alright.
there are side roads, and I'm just gonna duck into an alley. All right? Don't. Why you gotta be like this? Why you gotta be like this? Just let me make my gains and go home.
Dwarves. You're an elf in a dwarven city, operating
I'm
a
not.
stall.
I take offense to that. I don't identify as an elf.
Well, it's a shame you chose to not make that argument and instead weave some bullshit before smoke powdering yourself out of the room.
Exactly.
So,
Smoke
well,
is perfect. I'm out of the
you
room.
chose to do all of these things. So they're looking right at you. You duck down to get a permit, even though you said you can't read. And I'm just
I
going
am
to assume
bullshitting.
that you, yeah, I know what you're doing. Just saying that your words and your actions are not lining up perfectly. So, I'm going to assume that you dash to the left or to the right, and rather not behind, where they will clearly see you walking away. On the stealth of 19, they had a 50-50 chance of figuring out which direction you went, and they chose the wrong one.
Perfect.
So you have a head start.
I'm just gonna try to melt into the crowd
With your hair. You're doing that?
with my cloak up, obviously.
Right, okay. Alright, so you put your cloak up, and for the sake of brevity, we'll say that you do lose them.
Whew. The next step was gonna be to misty step onto a rooftop. Jesus Christ.
I'd love to see what your idea of a rooftop is in this underground dwarven city.
Yeah, like where you? Yeah.
They don't
Do you
really.
not
Why
think
would they
doors-
need a roof? Like
into a house and then out the
Into-
back door.
I think it's a
Oh
point
my
within range you can see. So
Yes, so into a window and then out the back door.
you
Uh,
are just the most precious creature. I love the way you finesse this shit.
But am I wrong? But am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. Dwarves have windows. Yes, that's
Okay.
You're incredible.
Okay. Mission accomplished. How much gold did I make before I got caught by the guy?
Yeah, like maybe 15.
What? I made like 50 gold last time this happened.
Last time there was no problem with a permit, and you spent the whole day.
Oh my god.
Sad. Oh well,
What?
I'll try it again next time.
I'm
Get
not
my
lying.
Wow.
Just move over to the next, big marketplace in the city and just try it again. What are the chances that the same thing's going to happen?
The same
twice?
guy
The
finds
same
me.
guy, the same guy. There's only
Honestly.
one, and he moves.
There's
at the
only
s-
one marketing inspector.
and he moves at the speed of sound. He's everywhere,
He's everywhere at the same time.
basically. Remember
Seems
when?
legit.
Remember when I think it was NASA said that this is how fast Santa Claus has to move to deliver stuff. It was some ridiculous. It was 50 million miles an hour, whatever bullshit it was. It was. But all right. So, anyways, chin mask. Fuck off. So, you get out of there pretty easy, and losing whatever misty step. Do whatever you gotta do. You do whatever you gotta do to get out of there. And
Well, if I don't have to misty step, then I'm not gonna misty step, obviously.
okay, whatever. So, you excuse yourself and do whatever it is that Demis is going to do.
He's probably gonna go find a merchant association and get a permit. Is what he's gonna do. Because man's gotta eat and like research potions and shit. People to kill, potions to make.
I do actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so you go and apply for just like a day permit. It won't.
Probably a week permit.
All right,
Not a strong permit,
that'll
just a
be
week.
that'll be just a few gold.
How many gold?
Uh,
2? 2?
yeah.
Okay,
Two.
I'll take 2.
Two's good. Two's great.
I already made 15 today, so. Then you know what? I'll go back to the stall and set up shop after I get my permit.
You're gonna like post it on the top of the stall too, or are you gonna keep it in your pocket and hope that somebody gives you shit?
No, I'll keep it in my pocket and hope somebody gives me shit.
Yeah. Of course you are. All right, so that's most of your day. Maybe not all of it, but it's the majority. Holy shit!
Should I make another performance check?
Sure.
You know what?
Yes.
You know what?
Well, that's not gonna sell anything. Oof.
Fuck.
Rip.
2 and a 9.
You know
Those
what?
of you watching
I
this
don't
on
even
YouTube,
care.
right?
Like,
no,
this
of
is
course.
my time to try and do some performances. I'm gonna try and play a small guitar or like lute, whatever they would have back then.
Mhm.
And I guess it didn't go as well as I hoped for the first few hours.
No, it did not. You are.
Wait, he doesn't need a permit?
I'm just playing.
He's not. Yeah, he's not collecting money
Huh.
unless he says
You know what?
otherwise.
Figures.
My hat's just at my feet. I don't know why it's there, but I'm just playing.
Alright, well
Now,
then you
Just
might
got a
have a problem.
fucking party
No,
of
okay, I'll pick it up
scoundrels
back
and
up.
scammers. Put it on your head, slide a hand of
Hold on,
coins
hold on.
into your
Never mind.
You
ears.
got a 9 performance and you're gonna charge people for that?
No, I'm not.
And a
Just
1?
chilling.
Oh my god!
Don't worry
You
about
got a
that.
1!
The hat's just at his feet, my dude. It's just at his feet.
He
It's just-
dropped
I
it.
didn't
and
How
he
do you have
hasn't
a
picked it up.
-1 to performance? Do you have like
Charisma.
You have a -1 to charisma?
Yeah.
Rip. I have 0 negative stats.
Oh, wow. I guess we can't all just roll perfect.
True. True. We're not all perfect.
I was really
Like
hoping I could
Femis.
at least perform a little bit. You know what? Here,
Hair
Kato,
flip.
come here, try this.
You-
Oh, okay.
Help me
Yep.
try to play this.
Yep.
Give me a chance. Roll for performance.
Okay. No, I suck too. I'm too busy stealing things.
That's it, Ralgo. Come over here. You try.
No.
I want to see if you can play this song.
No, I'm good.
That's like the worst roll to get. Jeez.
You know what? Let me just throw myself on the ground crying and you go again.
Oh yeah!
Wow,
alright.
for like 8 hours I was trash.
You can't find the groove. You're used to being in the woods or around nature a little bit more. You're not used to being underground with like magical flames. Everybody looks different than you. And Kato's pretty much in the same boat apparently. But
I'm
then
distracted by all the shiny things.
I guess it must be. But then you decide to throw a hissy fit, or as I like to call it, a mantrum. And
Oh my
And-
god.
Chili loves it. She's here for it.
Oh my god.
And you actually get a few more coins, mostly because people want you to stop throwing a fit in their city. It's very undwarven thing to do, and it just doesn't look right. And you get some coin. People are like, if I pay you, will you stop embarrassing everyone and yourself? And I'll just assume that eventually, yes, you do in fact stop.
I eventually stop, yeah.
Otherwise, there's
just
a
hope-
problem.
Just hoping I'd eventually get better, but I didn't, so I threw a fit.
Yeah, and then I got, you get like 6 or 8 gold or something like that.
It's whatever.
Yeah, it's what all you have to do is sacrifice some self pride.
It's whatever. It's just my dignity.
Yeah, it'll grow back.
This is all I ever wanted to play.
As you do. So between all of that and the potion making, that'll probably take at least a day or so worth of that. Aw. Yes.
Okay.
So, yes.
Day 2.
Yes, day 2.
Let's try this again.
Okay, you're gonna try it again. Go for it.
Let's try it again. This roll is gonna fucking make me sad, isn't it? It's gonna make me sad. I'm betting.
No,
I'm betting money. I'm betting money. Oh! Best performance roll to date. How much money am I making? And does the guy come back?
You're such a slob. So, so with a 16, you'll pull. What was it? 3 the last time. You'll pull another 3 or so customers for a total of 6 that you'll take orders for, and at the very least, start on potions for.
Okay.
Unless you want to sell those greater healing potions.
No.
Yes, you can just okay. All right, so you take some commissions, all that sort of stuff. You catch a glimpse of a familiar navy blue robe with gold trim in the crowd as you're doing this, but it doesn't come particularly close to you.
Really?
Really.
I want to hawk louder. I
There
need
you
some
go.
conflict.
I some
I'm gonna come, I guess, close, listening and just play my guitar a bit more.
like be an observer with your.
Yeah, I'm gonna
dwarven
play
hat.
this as I listen. Yeah.
Oh fuck! Now I got a bunch of ads for flat cap hats. They're so.
For potions.
All right. So with a 3, you just you don't even focus on like the product. You start
Just trying
advertising.
to get his attention.
Yeah, pretty much. You're like, hey, you want to have a good time? I got lots of cool stuff. I'm a really good guy. I'm an elf, and I'm here in this city to serve you.
I don't say elf. Nope.
Okay, Eladrin.
I don't identify as that.
Oh, all right.
Please call me they.
I am they, and I am here for you. Whatever. Because you got a fucking 3, and because you're not gonna let this go. The blue robe market inspector will come by your thing. Come by your stall.
Wait, I know you.
Oh, hey! And I know you as well! I had...
Gamut the Noon.
And to you, stranger. It's good to see that you've returned with the proper papers. Hey?
Yes. Maybe? Perhaps? I learned how to read yesterday. It was quite the adventure.
Oh, did ya? You learned how to read? Oh, that's fantastic. I'm very happy for you. Only took you, what, less than 24 hours, did it?
Yeah, it was quite the extraordinary journey. I met this master, and he was enlightened, and meditation, and
Great, that's fine.
letters.
That's fantastic. So, you got your permit then?
Permit. Right, a permit.
My God.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I just want to,
just like walk away with my
want to
guitar.
piss this guy off. That's it. I hate bureaucracy as a person and as a character.
Let me just slowly back away.
Permit,
I'll stop
permit.
playing.
Piece of paper, little stamp on it. Official looking writing.
It's got your
Right?
signature on it, doesn't it?
Signature?
Well, I'll tell you what, right? I'll give you all of 10 seconds to find it.
Well, I'm gonna start pulling out dice
9,
and reagents and
8,
like stick a dagger in the wood
7,
and
5, 4,
pull out a deck of
3,
cards, start flipping it through it,
2.
and then pull out the permit from the deck of cards. Is this your
1.
card, good sir?
Oh, would you
This is
believe
the
that it
saddest
is?
shit ever.
Who would have known that you would have found it at the last fucking second?
This is the saddest thing to listen to.
I had to make sure you could count, just checking your qualifications and whatnot.
Yikes.
Oh, what was that last bit there?
Qualifications, beautiful man, and want to sleep together?
I can tell by your
You're
lack
on
of interest
thin
that I was kidding.
Well,
I've got a family. Thanks awfully.
well, it's never hindered others in the past. Offers on the table.
Right, yeah.
Got plenty of potion to make it even better if you want.
I guess we dwarves have higher standards.
Oh.
Standards, schmandards, you know. It doesn't rely entirely upon race. I have slept with many a dwarven man, believe it or not. But if I can,
Oh. Hey, buddy.
I'm just gonna.
if I
gonna
can
leave it to
interest
this
you
for
though,
this.
I have a potion here with interesting properties that could rekindle your bedroom life.
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, actually, Freddie. I'm gonna let you watch me walk away. And with that, he walks away.
Damn.
Then this is gonna catcall in the background.
No,
Oh, I get, baby! And then
no,
just
let's
feel like
stop.
a son of a bitch in fucking Sylvan.
I'm just gonna
Fucking bureaucrats.
come up to you and just say, them is single-handedly the most painfully cringy thing I've ever seen. Good job.
You're most welcome. Interested in buying a potion?
You fucking scoundrel. You bet your ass I am.
Well,
Yeah.
actually,
I need
I do have some potions for you, and I'll hand him 2 healing potions, and I guess I'll roll a D2, and if it's a 2, then he gets one of the bad ones, and if it's a 1, then nothing happens, and he gets the good ones. All right, you're set. You got 2 perfectly fine greater healing potions.
Top shelf.
Thank you so much.
Because I didn't label them, because I don't label failures. Failure is not in my repertoire. And you know what? If you're taking too many potions, that's your problem, not my problem. I'm just the supplier, not the
Still waiting to take
user.
one.
Wow. This is like.
I've even taken the potion that was meant for me.
I know. This is like them reading off their legal shit at the end of a commercial for.
I'm just scrolling
Yeah,
down
man.
through your terms and conditions.
I'm not a part of the problem. I'm just the supplier, right? What
What's the
they do
problem?
with what I supply them is not my
I'm-
issue.
Sound
I'm
like
just the
make the
supplier,
community
which makes
impoverished.
me a part of.
No. See, I provide the goods. If they abuse the goods and end up having an overdose in a back alley because my heroin is laced, that's not my problem.
Sure. I'm sure that'll work when you arrive at the afterlife.
There's an afterlife?
Well,
I think you're
well-
kind of spouting bullshit.
Well, how about this? If there's not an afterlife, that means this life that you have right now is not a test.
It's not a test.
Alright. So.
That is thoroughly skeptical of
Oh, this
gods
is in
and
character.
whatnot.
Right. Well. Yeah, that actually tracks a little bit with his backstory. So, that's your day. You certainly have more than enough commissions to keep you busy.
Oh yeah? How much did I make?
Well, you had 3 from yesterday.
Which was 15 gold. But I assume I'm gonna get more with like the 16 in performance and my permit proudly showing.
Well, you
And
have to make the potions, right? Unless you already have.
True. Okay, I'll make the potions. Alright.
Good idea. That's an original.
Let's go
thought.
sell nothing. You really are a fucking card.
Can I interest you in an earful of bullshit?
Would you
I
like to
mean-
hear the
Charging.
success?
If
Buy
I
my
roll a
book.
nat 20 on persuasion,
Yeah.
Buy my book on the key to success.
Don't listen
Where's
to
my
it.
book? Well, you'll get it once you listen.
Yeah. It's all word of mouth.
Exactly. What's the best book there is? It's the mouth.
especially if you shut your mouth.
Alright, so Chili, what are you doing here?
I was gonna see if someone could tell me a little bit more about the Totem to Mars within my little society group. See if I'm relatively close. If anybody would be in my little society would help me out. Because I'm curious. I'm just
Alright,
really
so how
curious.
are you going to find someone in your society?
Let's go somewhere a little more high end. So maybe
Ooh.
a jeweler, maybe a jeweler shop, a gold gems area. And let me pull up my little thing here.
Yes, do pull up your thing.
You'd like that. Sure. Yeah, take me to a jeweler or gems or high end stone
Yeah.
place.
Curse you, man. Yeah.
The humans. Alright. You head over into the nicer section of town where there are maybe some gold traders and speculators, all that sort of stuff. Finery and jewels, perhaps some small trinkets, a little bit of clockwork stuff, mostly just to catch the eye and separate stupid people from their money.
Okay.
And you
That
want to
means
look for this emblem.
the key. Well, I'm gonna find the keeper first. Yeah. I'm gonna find the keeper first. And oh, I'm still in the chat. Okay, I didn't think I was. And obviously I'm not wearing long sleeves. I don't think my character is. No, I'm looking. I'm gonna be kind of. I guess we can start with the my little intro that I made, which I might change later. But um, yeah, I'll look for the person in charge. Or like the first person that greets me.
All right, you're gonna go into shops and do this?
I'm gonna go into a high-end shop. Yes.
Okay. All right, so you'll go into a high-end shop. You'll
So I'm
look
assuming it's
for.
someone that maybe in the higher end is gonna have intel of what I'm looking for or know where to go. So
It says
I know.
generally this emblem
I
generally
know.
carved in some.
Yeah.
So would it be on the outside of a building?
No, that emblem is gonna be as worn on a person. But I'm hoping, obviously that little part in the part after the parentheses cannot be seen by a non-member. Um, I'm hoping that if I kind of pull my I don't know, my mother's necklace out of my whatever I'm wearing, laying on the outside so that my little symbol that I just edited and sent to you shows shows displays to anybody that would have that can see it.
Maybe they call you in for a chat.
No, but I'm hoping that when I walk up to them and start the conversation, they'll see it, or I'll notice that they see it, and when I cue in my words here, that they'll be able to help me out. I don't want to just be walking around saying, "Oh, the flowers look so nice today."
Oh, but I want that.
I know you do. I know you do. I'm trying to help myself out a little bit.
I don't like that. You gotta stop. All right, so
Wow.
this
thanks.
has all right. So you go and start walking down the high end shops. You meet a few shopkeepers and maybe an assistant or two. Pass a few people.
Does anybody
You
recognize me by who
you
I am?
eventually make your way into a small. It's almost like a boutique jewelry store. Most of this, it's one of those places where they don't have a lot of inventory, but they make a lot of money from orders on things rather than what's on the floor and on the shelf and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you meet this. She's a little bit on the hefty side. dwarven female. She's got a little bit of gray on her temples, starting to peek through. She's got very finely combed and very finely maintained sideburns, and her hair is down, even though she's technically a working woman. She has her hair down with very thick braids, and which have runes of that are in Dwarven that lend themselves more towards elegance, propriety, and social conscience, as it were, to behave more elevated is what these runes hint at. Since it's just like a symbol, it's just supposed to represent a word, all that sort of stuff. It's not like a sentence or anything. And you strike up a little bit of conversation with her, and eventually she comments on what a finely wrought tattoo you have on your arm.
And yeah, I'll just kind of smirk, kind of look around, make sure nobody else is really nearby. Yes. The exact. Yeah, this ink represents something very near and dear to me, and I appreciate your. I'm not good at this word things. Okay.
It's not like you had like 3 weeks to figure any of this out, you know.
No. Yeah, it's rough. Anyway, I thank you for your appreciation of the fine work that I've put my heart and soul into. Uh, that being said, do we somewhere we can speak more private because I seek some information.
Oh, Parachute here. I'd be happy to help you out. Give me a moment. She pulls out a very thickly braided tassel that hangs to the back that you didn't notice until now, oddly enough. And you watch as the front of the shop changes a little bit scenery-wise, as in just the outside of the windows. She says, "Alright, dearie, we won't be having any more customers until we're done here. And it's also protected from magical scrying." So,
Miss home. I miss
what?
home.
I've been established here long enough to know exactly what side to attentions are required. You must have lots of questions then.
Acquired a couple things, not too far from here, and besides your immaculate security system here. I was hoping maybe you have seen these items or the symbol on one of them, and just kind of because they've piqued my interest since I've just acquired them at a random location from a random person. And I will start with the amulet, the clearly shattered amulet with the symbol on the back.
Okay. She takes the amulet and looks it over and taps one of her rings on the cracked gem in there. Ooh, this is very badly damaged, isn't it? Right. So this is, based on the symbol on the back, this isn't yours, is it?
It is not. I will not admit.
Oh yeah, you already said that. I'm sorry, I don't know why I should. Never
Doesn't
mind.
matter.
Just pretend I shouldn't know that.
Okay.
Right. That was all for a random person, did you? Right, well, this person, I'm going to assume, used to belong to a group called the Stone King, which were dwarves who felt a bit more of a calling towards the more natural elements of the realm. A wee bit more focused on life and growth, I suppose, as it were, not simply just hacking away at mountains and creating a society that rivals no other. Is based off of strong mining and industrial properties. These
That's
folks.
interesting because the guy we got it from, um, attacked me and some of my clan members I've been traveling with. He was rather on the enemy side, so that's very funny. You know that you say he's part of growth in life when he completed the exact opposite.
Well, it's all a bit relative then, right? Your life could result in his growth. How does that fancy you?
Mm. Well, given my life, yeah. Flashbacks.
It's all good. You can put quite a bit of a spin on it any way you like. But they tend to favour more of, from what I've heard, more about druid path. It calls for more for deeper roots, following more of Diana or even Artemis. A wee bit more than they would with Vulcan. There's nothing nothing inherently wrong with them. They're just not quite as dwarven as you might like. There's a few that operate on the north side of the city. They go out into Germania and even sometimes Gaul, I've heard. But they tend to sit by the northern hub, usually on the outsides for most of the day. But
See one that's more south of them would be. It is curious, I guess.
well, the Northlands are a wee bit more free, wild, dangerous, natural. The Empire is certainly built up around these southern Alps, for better or for worse, right? So I imagine they're looking for a place to continue their somewhat religious beliefs, while still maintaining close ties to Zhufbar.
And what was this gem in general before it was shattered?
It's a gem. I don't.
So it was just kind of a token.
I'm sure that it was some sort of status symbol. Maybe that they had accomplished some sort of rite of passage, or that they were a leader, or at the very least an accomplished sort of person. But I don't have enough real familiarity to speak with any certainty on the subject. I will say, from a more professional standpoint, this is well made. The gem itself doesn't appear to be, well, it's not magical if it's broken, which is for certain. It doesn't appear to be any sort of particular or unique gem, but the cut of it and the work of the amulet, the setting, are both quite excellent craftsmanship, certainly above average, even for dwarves. So I'd say that
Oh, jeez.
this was this was definitely a high value sort of. It's not stonework though. I don't know why you're
She just said stone, did she not?
the stone. It's a gem.
So that doesn't tie into like actual gems. It's just actual rock and stone then.
Yeah, it's not like semi-precious,
Okay.
like, well, certainly not jet,
Okay.
but like a citrine or aquamarine or peridot or all those sorts of semi-precious stones. I don't know, it's just a stonework. Well, the history of it, the history of this particular stone. I'll. I gotta finesse that. I don't know if I wanna say the stonework applies to gems and semi-precious stones. I don't mind if it does. I suppose there's no, but the history of that stone, like, it's going to be hard to say, oh, it definitely came from the mines to the west, or something like that. You could say maybe the cut is more consistent with something that's been made for display purposes only, and not for magical effect or incantation. I'd say that for sure. But but this is why, like, when you do a history check for stonework, it's like, oh yes, this was made by dwarves, and you can tell from whatever these curvatures and the intensity or the angles specifically that these were dwarves from the west, or these were dwarves from that is quite old, that were quite old, because we don't do this technique anymore because it's not as good as this new one that we discovered. But when you do that with a gem, it's like, okay, this is Marquise cut. Okay, this is Brilliant cut. Like, I don't know where it came from, because if there's no styling to it, you cut it this way for showing off or for putting on a display. That sort of thing. And there's not as many options as like having fluted columns or vaulted ceilings or something like that. But there's most of it you could pretty much gather for yourself as far as the stonework. This is made for a display of power and prominence. And it's probably not used in spell casting. It's not used as a focus or as a component or anything like that.
Yeah, that's what I was mostly looking for, was the magical aspect of it. So the magical aspect, or like, you know, the decoration versus use. So
the setting does have a more natural flow to it, as opposed to the harsh, strong architectural lines of dwarven style, which at the very least suggests that it was probably not dwarven. They may have a special person in their group, or it may be someone human or elven, halfling, gnome, or whatever, or somebody else that put a little bit more curves and flow into it, as opposed to the dwarves we do.
Alright, and so now that I have all that info, you know, I'll ask her. I was like, well, I seem to have no use for it. I don't want to. I would prefer not to carry it, but I don't want to just throw it in the trash. If she had some sort of way to dispose of it, or someone who knew how to dispose of it, I wouldn't mind giving it to her to take off her hands.
I wouldn't mind giving it to her. Right, well, I can try and repair it. Maybe sell it myself. But I'll happily take it from you if you don't want it.
Yeah, I have no need for it.
Of course.
By all means.
I'll figure out something to do with it. I promise you that much. I'm sure it can be repurposed for something.
My second item of business is my small totem to Mars.
She'll take it. She'll do her little eyeing over it. She'll give a small little magnifying monocle and look over it. This is a wee bit different. So, right. So, rather than showing it to you, I suppose I'll just tell you. The harshness of the carving strokes, and then she immediately just launches into what she said she wasn't going to do, and points out all these smaller little details. Now, this is not standard dwarven quality. It's not been polished. It's a bit more rough hewn. You can see over here as well. There's a few little divots that looks like they might have made a mistake or found an imperfection, and dug deeper into the caravan where perhaps it, out of necessity and not out of style. And she goes on for a minute. I would happen to say that this would probably not be something that's consistent with dwarven standards. I wouldn't even say that it's particularly consistent with most standards that I've seen in this area. Given the more rough-hewn nature, I'd say it might be something from Iberia or even farther south of the Mediterranean. This is so much, and you see also here, there's a little bit, it's almost like it's got a bit of androgynous features to it. It's curious since Mars is most definitely a male, but there are certain tribes, if I remember correctly, down in the Confederacy that believe that the god of war and love is a female, since those passions are so easily intertwined. It's a curious choice, but this doesn't look quite as masculine. And I think we might have here a statue from south of the Mid.
Hey,
Does it have any value to it?
interessante.
Well, I'm sure there's some value to it. I don't know if this is quite the political climate to be trying to get money for Confederate iconography, but you can certainly try from some more esoterical avenues if you have access to it. There might even be a scholar or two around here that take a passing interest or know someone who would be interested. You can see here and here there is a wee bit of stress that has been put on this, which makes me think that it's seen some combat and it's probably been used as a focus to channel magics.
Really?
Oh, aye.
Do we have anybody of our little society that would be able to, in the area, that would be able to further inquire about that?
I can certainly put out a couple of feelers. There's certainly plenty of scholas and progeniums that would have an educated dwarf or two who would be able to give you a little bit more, but it might lead to more questions than answers. But I'll be happy to put out some feelers for you.
I wouldn't mind, since I'll be in the area for a little bit.
Oh, of course. Let me take a quick sketch of this, unless you're willing to part with it.
Take the sketch, please. I'd rather hold on to
Alright,
this myself.
she takes a quick sketch over like maybe 15 minutes, a little bit less. Tries to get some of the details that she mentioned earlier. That's as good as I'm gonna do, unless you've got another hour. But
Should be alright.
I don't have the general idea. It'll be enough to pique the interest. Okay?
Yeah. And I guess my final question would be, has there been any word among the... Oh, where's my name here? Has there been any word among the Shadow Knights, any problems, any clashes, any, even just outings, uncharacteristic outings that I need to know about, put a stop to, since I'll be in the area?
Bring you
Uncharacteristic outings. We tend to have a fairly good arrangement with the powers that be.
Just kind of checking to make sure that everybody's maintaining the standards that I had set up before my unexpected and rather obsolete leave of absence.
The standards that you protect. Who are you? Okay.
Okay, and as I turn over my tattoo that she can see again with the gold in it, I'd be like, well, I would be Dragon Caspane, son to fuck, I had her name.
You said
Yeah.
Reggiana, Mariana,
Yeah.
something that was more Italian than anything else.
Nah. Well, I was set to marry Gianna.
Oh,
or
Gia.
G-
That
Yeah.
was your fiance. Okay, never mind. I was
Yeah.
thinking your mother.
Yeah. No, I couldn't remember mother's name. I typed it somewhere, but
I believe it.
yeah, son to so and so, eldest of the two of my estranged brother. And I have recently come back to my memories of how I was kindly escorted away from home, and I'm making my way back, seeing what all I can fix, see what's all can be reclaimed, and even take my respect back to my name. You know, share the truth of what happened that night.
Share the truth of what happened. Well, if they didn't listen to you the first time, I imagine they're gonna have a hard time listening to you the second. But
So I was a bit.
You-
I was a little
you-
bad. I was not as mature at the time.
you of course have our services. Would you you want us to find you a dragon head?
Oh no. Oh, I need that. Well, here's the thing. I'm supposed. Yeah, here's the thing. I'm supposed to, slay this golden dragon that's possibly been harassing the Kill Mountains here, and might even have some ties into the. I typed this out and I can't find it. Oh my god, why can't I have this? The non-Vulcan, the other guy that with the
The Grey Lord.
cur Good Grey Lord, yes. Might have some ties into the Grey Lord. I'm hoping by shutting that down, we can restore back to our common ties. What the Dwarvens
Ooh,
and Vulcans, yeah.
by the forge. You're going to go
Yeah.
after a dragon, the cult of the
Yeah.
Grey Lord, and your old position of power. That's
And
quite
position
the
position of power is to be determined, but at least with respect to my name once again. Just not viewed as exile for the non-truth that is said to be.
You've certainly got a full plate ahead of you then. Are you sure
But
you don't want us to get you a dragon head?
well, if you are willing to make this one step easier for me, by all means, I'm all ears. How would you procure said dragon head?
Oh, I wouldn't do anything of the sort, darling. I'm just a jeweler. Since you created this network, I'm sure we could hire someone. I mean, there might be someone within the knights themselves who could be able to do this sort of thing. What sort of knight can't face a dragon, after all?
Sure.
But we certainly don't want you to die on this quest. It was enough foul play as it was that they wiped your memory. But
Oh yeah, that was fun to get back. But I had made some companions along the way that were able to guide me back towards this path.
we could perhaps simply capture a dragon, beat it within an inch of its life, and then you could deliver the killing blow.
Oh.
Oh, how
wonderful.
nice.
How Yeah. Gabe over here.
Oh,
Heck
I'm
yes.
sorry. I'm sorry. Who just tortured a Fae for like an hour?
He literally tried to steal my people, so I do what I gotta do.
Man, some people need some torturing. I
I didn't put him in that situation. He got himself
I
there.
didn't
All
put
right.
himself in that situation. Oh my
I mean,
goodness.
he was just an accessory to torture and murder.
Thank you. He's really helping my case.
Yeah, it's the best thing in the world.
Don't worry, I'm preparing something special for that dragon of yours. All right, just take it
Hey,
easy.
you're not there.
Shh.
No, you shh. You're not there.
Shh.
No,
I'm a
no, no.
telepath.
Shut it. You're not there.
Psionics, motherfucker.
Psionics. Oh, okay. How about no?
I would. Jeez. I would. What is this music? Jesus.
I don't know. If it's still the same stuff I had playing, it's supposed to
No,
just be
it's definitely
Twilight.
different.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is sorry.
Anyway,
This is
Anyway.
sorry.
I'm at a point that I could use all the help I can get because my companions are a little less convinced. But
Maybe if you brought your companions with you to the discussions about your backstory and your lore on this quest of yours, they would be a little bit more convinced.
because I need
So that maybe
info
they could
first, I need my info first before I can use. Be like, hey, by the way.
She has to determine what info you're going to get.
But that's the thing is like, I respect that,
But
but at the same time,
aww.
we
But
could.
also, I don't like the Themis character, so.
But you don't like any of the characters that we play.
I liked Talia better.
Oh,
No, you didn't. You were gonna kill her.
No.
oh.
You
I
were at
did
least
not.
going to attack her.
I bitch slapped everybody else. That means I like you.
You also bitch slapped Themis, so that's like
No, I
a
didn't.
moot point. All I'm saying is maybe bring us along for the 45-minute lore dumps so that we can interject and ask questions.
Yeah, I'm barely paying attention anyways because it's just I'm not in it, so I'm barely paying attention.
And don't worry about it. Don't worry. About it. It's
Okay.
fine.
What we're trying to say is maybe make the story, the quest that we're going on to, more of a party deal as opposed to a Raugum sneaking around trying to be sneaky, restricting information deal. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying.
Anyways, next is League.
Yep.
Yeah. Swift Dell. Thank you. You know, I guess we'll be in touch soon.
Good
Yeah.
for down.
Then she does the tassel thing and the shop reopens. Jesus.
Oh, yes, she does the tassels on the shop. Yep.
Legends never die. Yeah. And we're missing somebody who's not online yet.
Oh, who's not online? I'll
I
kill
would-
them. I'll kick their asses.
I wonder who it could be.
Oh, it's signed
Oh,
up.
what?
I signed up.
No, not that one. The other one. Still
Oh,
in chat.
are we starting League now?
Well,
Yeah.